You're listening to the Pine Room Podcast, the home of sports, gambling, entertainment, and whatever the hell else has gone on this week. So pull up a seat by the fire, crack open a cold one, and make sure to get your bets in. Welcome to the Pine Room. All right, hello everyone, and welcome to the Pine Room Podcast, episode 53. We're here in the studio, myself, Jeff, Matt, Chris, and Jarrett. We're here for another action-packed episode here, Tuesday, April 11th. The only reason I know that date is because we were on the radio today, and I had to look it up a million times. So if you haven't listened to our radio show, we're live Monday 2 to 3, and then Tuesdays, Thursdays from 12 to 3 o'clock. So you can listen live, WKKX, WVLY, 98.1
FM.
Whatever.
1600
You can
AM.
find it. Google it.
In a year or two,
Yeah,
we'll have it.
Google it. But no, you're listening to the Pine Room Podcast. I'm used to saying here on the Watchdog, but you're on YouTube, Spotify, wherever you find your podcast. Thank you for joining us again here.
That was a great voice right there.
I know. Boy,
My God, you just went
ran out of air.
It was like Michael Buffer all of a sudden came through. Now welcome to the stage.
I ran out of air in my
oxygen.
lungs.
Have you ever had that moment though happen? Like you've been up in front of a group, and I know they call it like. Have you ever had that where you're like, oh shit? You probably felt a jump in the couple times we've talked about, like at River City and stuff like that. Like you ever had those moments where you're like, oh shit, I can't catch my breath, and I'm in front of all these people.
Because you're just focused on getting as many words as you can out.
If
Will
you
that
don't
sound like
do
a
your
fool?
breathing correctly when you're talking, it will mess you up.
Without a doubt.
Because you think that's the way to do it. Is like you don't want to have to take a breath, but you need to breathe calmly while you're talking.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to do,
man.
Sorry, Jobber.
No.
We're definitely not professionals.
No, even on the radio, I have it. Sometimes I just win
run out of
myself
air.
because I'm just going, today you listen to this, we got this, and then at the end I'm going, like I'm off the microphone.
That day we had to read Kelly Tucker's title. I was
Oh my
gassed.
gosh, yeah.
It was like 9 words.
That and all the sponsors for
it
the one thing we did. What the hell did we do?
The
West Lib thing.
And the my Frizzy Customs ad, I get winded on that big time. But
Speaking of West Lib, they just said I was on the way in, right walking through. They're down to 4 applicants for president.
Yep.
One woman,
3 males,
woman,
I
3
believe.
men. Yeah. So
Hopefully
we'll
they picked the right one.
We'll see who comes.
Yeah.
I can't
They're
believe how
behind
long.
an account.
I really can't believe how long it has taken.
Do you guys think 59 applicants is a lot or not enough?
Too many.
That seems like a ton.
How could 59
To me,
people think they're college president worthy? Actually, what do I know? College presidents are the most. They're a unique breed of people.
What does a college president really do?
What they should do is obviously represent the university well, but be a fundraiser and a conduit to people all through the area or the expanded area, and they should have some charisma and some way to captivate students, because that's not an easy thing. And a lot of these people were like these successful professors, and they're boring and they're academics and they don't care about athletics. They should be very well rounded. At least this is my opinion.
What do they actually make?
Opinion,
do they make any actual decisions of anything though?
No,
I mean, do they
I mean, they answer to the board, and technically they're technically, I would say, the voice of the board, and also making decisions and taking decisions to the board. So yeah, I would actually look at it as a very key role. I mean, obviously it's the president of the university, so it's a key role, but I think Matt actually explained it very well. And if I was gonna say it myself, maybe not as exactly the same, but I don't know, because they said it was nationwide search. So I don't know if 59, and now granted, not everybody wants to come to West Liberty, West Virginia.
Yeah.
But I was just trying to think if 59, so you guys think 59 is too, you think that's too
I
many?
mean, I'm just speaking out of experience. They obviously 59 candidates. They had a lot the last 2 times, and they haven't done very well with their picks. But those national searches, people think that's the way to go. But we all know this area is different. It's not a place that everybody fits in or feels right. Like we all are naturally used to this area, but
I would think that.
I think
59. I was gonna say I think somebody within the university that knows West Lib, because I feel like West Lib is such a unique place, obviously.
Yeah, but I doubt that somebody's really gonna want to pick that roll up like 10 I doubt you 10 people within the. How many university people do you think are in that running?
Maybe 1 to 2.
That's
what
I
I was
mean,
thinking.
did Kathy Monterosa even involved in it, or did she try
That's
to be?
a good question. I'm not sure.
Well, that was going to be my question.
Wonder if
So
she's the one female. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. I didn't hear the names announced, but yeah, you're. It's a fine line there. You want to have someone. I think they messed up. They should have probably had Brian Crawford be the president the last time, because he had been at the school for 20 years, pretty well respected guy, and knows how the place operates. And then they take a risk and bring that plagiarizer in, and that's just, I just don't know. I think people are so worried about public opinion, but West Liberty should say, fuck it. What's worked for us in the past has been guys who are connected to the area. John McCullough, Clyde Campbell. These are great presidents. They're super guys. Everyone had so much respect and love for those guys, and they were just down to earth guys.
Yeah,
you could have a beer with them. I mean, Dr. Campbell would be down in the bowling alley bowling with students drinking beer.
See, that's what it's all about.
awesome.
And
That's
Dr.
what it's all
McCullough is
about.
one of the nicest human beings I've ever met, and one of the most incredibly good guys to talk to. So smart, but so funny and enjoyable.
We had him on the radio.
Right.
He was awesome to talk to.
he's
He was
great.
fun.
Great guy.
He rolled
He's
with
a-
jokes. He was fun. Last time I saw Clyde Campbell was at our neighbor Pauline, God rest her soul, at her funeral. Unbelievable speaker, just a great guy.
Yeah,
Great
he
guy.
really
Always
was a
Dr.
shakes
good
my
Campbell
hand.
still looks like the
Yeah, I
same
was
as
gonna
he is
say,
when I met him.
Yeah.
When I was a kid.
How's he holding
He's
up?
in his 80s,
I
right?
haven't- Oh yeah,
He drove
Close
past
to
mid
90
Yeah,
probably.
he's probably close to 90.
He's
I saw
fantastic.
his wife the other day walking the
Joan,
dog.
yeah.
I think on my way up to Kim's for Easter. I'm like, there's Mrs. Campbell.
He
looked great.
He obviously was previously married to the one of my teachers, who was my first grade
Dr.
teacher.
McCullough.
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
he was previously married to.
yeah.
I can't remember her first name, but she was a really
Barb, maybe?
maybe. I honestly don't know.
I
But
should know that.
she was married, or
out
he
of
was.
sight, out of mind kind of
Those
thing.
two were married, and thank God I didn't say anything on the radio, because I was going to say something about being taught by his wife, which obviously is not his wife anymore.
Right.
But thank God I asked before I said
She
anything.
just stopped
He-
and
he-
left.
he
didn't
would've
she?
handled
She
it
just
with-
stopped and-
Yeah.
All right, just
I
here's
don't
the
know if
names
we
real
wanna
quick.
talk about that, Chris.
I don't think any of them are local. Dr. Robert Smith,
Bob Smith.
Bob Smith.
Dr. Kelly Ryan, so that takes Monteroso
That
out of
sounds
it.
familiar.
Dr. David Christensen.
Is Kelly a girl in this?
Yes.
thing? Okay.
And then Dr. Tim Borchers.
No
and it
idea.
doesn't look like anybody is from
What's it say
Nebraska.
about Kelly Ryans?
Yeah, that sounds
Because I feel like I knew a dude named Kelly Ryan.
Became the intern counselor at Indiana University in 2022.
That knocks that out.
Wouldn't you want somebody that would be relatively invested in the university, like somebody that would kind of carry a little pride for the
Yeah.
like somebody that genuinely loves the school, whether or not they're from some big hoozy daisy place in Nebraska? I mean, not that the guy's a bad guy, but I don't know. I mean, like if a new guy came in, I'm just looking at him like, who the hell are you?
Right.
You don't mean anything to
it's
me.
hard to get used to West Liberty. People are. I don't want to say they're not accepting, but they accept their own and people that have been involved with it a little bit longer. And I think you make a mistake when you go outside of that in most cases, or at least someone that's from West Virginia or the area kind of.
Well, I
Because
know.
even when they had President Capehart, who was a West Virginian and was from the Wheeling area, and he was in politics and stuff, so he's very well aware of the university and what it had to offer. But when you start stepping outside, it takes people a while to get used to this place. It's not for everybody.
I rarely ever saw the past two presidents. I rarely ever saw them around, and I was relatively around the campus a lot, and I never really saw either one of them. But
Minus what you said there, Matt. If obviously they're kind of hard on new people, and that they maybe not as inviting as they should be. But in my opinion, that would not be I think anytime you get to that certain level, there's always pressure.
Right.
But to me, I don't think that would be a pressure-filled job at West Liberty University, because at the end of the day, no disrespect, because I'm a graduate too, there's only so much you can do with West Liberty
absolutely.
University.
No
So at the end of the day, so
Absolutely.
you're not coming in there to fucking grow that
No,
market.
you're
You're
not
trying
No,
to
no.
make him be in the Ivy League.
yeah, you're not
next
trying
year.
none of that.
It's
So
not
as
gonna
long as you
happen.
come in and kind of, I'm not being disrespect to West Liberty, because I love the
No,
university.
yeah,
but it's
all
just,
of us.
but it's the reality of West Liberty,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And
So-
I think everybody realizes that. It's like,
So I don't think it would be a good. I think it would be a pretty good gig if you like small town and you come in and you can have a little bit of fun and the camaraderie like you're talking. I think it would actually be kind of a fun fucking
Yeah,
job.
I
You can
agree.
connect with people; they will love you and they'll embrace you immediately. But you got You don't want to go in there your first day and start firing some woman or man that have been with the company for 25 or 30 years.
It's a bad
It's
look.
a bad look.
Is that what has happened in the past? You saying
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't helped. I mean, I
Okay.
can say from firsthand experience a little bit, but
And, you know-
when you are firing people in the business office that have been there for 30 years who are just so
dumb.
important, it's a terrible look, and without kind of actually getting advice from people or finding out, what's the key move, running it by people who have been there at the university for a while at least. I get it. Everybody wants to make their mark, but there's different ways to go about doing it.
I
It's like
agree.
when you hire coaches. I mean, don't you find that, and it doesn't always work, but like coaches who went to the school, it seems like there's a new buzz around when they hire one of those guys back, or a guy, a guy played at this school and then he's coming back as a coach, and like that stuff works.
Yeah,
And,
no, I agree with that. Heck, maybe I should have applied to be the
Wesley-
president.
There
I
you
think.
go.
Yeah, is
Damn
there
it.
I
is
could-
there an age cutoff for president? Is it like
that's
the
all
same
like
thing
the United
as the
States.
Yeah.
I mean, you could be 16.
What's that? Wonder what that job pays. Is that, I'm sure
like
pretty
a lot.
well. I'm sure.
250,000. probably at
Really?
least. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A year?
Yeah.
He said a year.
Wait,
No,
now
monthly.
what? Now what's like the stipulations of having to be a president? What's the
I'm
hoops
sure
you
they'll
gotta
say
be
you
through?
got to have a doctorate.
Yeah,
say
probably
that.
doctorate.
That fancy
Oh,
stuff, which
God.
I don't even know if some of the guys we had ever did. I mean, I don't know. They have not gotten it
Well, they
right.
all have doctor on their names.
I'm
I
sure
think.
they
I
do.
think all four just
I'm
had
kinda-
doctor. Yeah.
But I
close to
honestly
that.
no disrespect to any doctors of any kind, but I've met a lot of these doctors, none that we've actually talked about on here, but just because you're a doctor doesn't mean you're any brighter than anybody else.
Hey, just 'cause
I've
you're
met
a
a lot of
doctor-
them that have no people life skills at all,
Common
think
sense.
like zero.
Just because you're a doctor doesn't mean you're a doctor.
Yeah.
So do you guys actually? That's a great bridge to the next question. Do you guys think those professors that are doctors deserve to be called doctors, like Dr. Matt, Dr. Chris,
Dr. Joe Biden.
Do you
Actually,
think?
the great example.
Do you
Man,
think?
that's tough.
Like, do you think the kind of piggying back off that? If you were a doctor and somebody called you Mister, like
Some
hey
get
Mister,
offended.
hey Mister Doyle, instead of Doctor Doyle.
Would not bother me one fucking bit. People that take titles too serious are a bunch of dicks.
Now
Yeah.
I get it. Like I get it. If getting a doctorate and whatever, I'm assuming it takes a lot of time and maybe money more than anything. But I don't think I would take it too personally either.
Not at all. I think
sure,
no.
none
Here's
of
the
us
deal.
would.
I think at the end of the day, you deserve respect. And first and foremost, even from like a medical doctor, you know what? The things they go through, and you get to that certain point, doesn't make you any better than anybody else. But I mean, I do think that if that's what you want to be called, I think you are owed that respect. But it's no different. I mean, lawyers technically could be called doctor. They got doctorate degrees. I don't know. I think, in my opinion, a doctor is a doctor. I wouldn't call somebody a doctor because they were a professor.
I agree,
Yeah.
Jeff. I feel like anybody can do that. And honestly, again, no disrespect. 'Cause some people are excellent at what they've done, or have gotten their doctorate quickly, or whatever. However you look at it, but people, honestly, if I wanted to get a doctorate, I mean, eventually,
You
I
could,
could just
100%.
get there. And that, to me, it just cheapens it a little bit. And obviously, all respect to the medical field people, you have to have an actual talent of some sort most of the time to earn those a little bit more than.
Well, what
than
about
just a
the people that
academic.
you'll see will get an honorary doctorate?
Yeah.
Do they go by doctor then?
Well,
Like,
that's a good
Yes,
question.
technically.
But
I mean-
would you be like, I don't even know if I would.
That all seems.
I wouldn't
funny
feel
to me.
right.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
feel right
being-
either. Like I
I-
couldn't sit in front of that group that just busted their ass to get their degree, and then they're just handing me one.
Right.
Yeah, that's tough.
What
I don't
what can you get an honorary doctorate
Well,
in?
that is like for
Just
like
like-
your accomplishments and things. that
You're
you
like
think-
somebody that's
you're like
donating a lot of money.
successful person, who-
right. That went
from
to
that
that
from
school.
West Liberty.
Yeah, and-
like you're world famous, and they bring you back and give you an honorary doctorate.
degree.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So like if we would happen to
make
get
it big,
famous,
yep.
Yeah.
then all of us can come back
Like, I
and
think
get a
Taylor
doctorate.
Swift
Wouldn't
got one from some
that,
school.
that would be incredible? What if we all, they brought all, 9 of us back,
would be-
Right.
and we all got
Right.
honorary
I'd
doctorate?
honestly
We
have
tell
to
everybody to
decline
call
that.
it.
I
Yeah.
think that's just cheapening the thing.
I'll be honest with you. There's a ring to Dr. Doyle. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds pretty
Sounds
good. What if I had, since I have a master's degree, what if I was called Master Delbert?
Master Delbert.
Master
I don't think-
D.
I don't
Master
think I would
J.
let- Yeah, I think Master J. That sounds
That's like a rap name.
I'd be like
Yes,
like
wiggity,
Dr.
wiggity,
J.
What other titles are there other than Sir, Doctor?
How do I get Sir?
Esquire.
Sir, you got to be knighted.
Yeah, and that's English.
But
How do
they
I
say
become-
they give those OBEs away like it's nothing now. Like
Too much.
Hold on. What's an OBE?
I forget what the actual it's the knighting ceremony.
Yeah.
It's,
Okay.
it's for you to be able to be
Sir Elton John.
Yeah.
Think he can win a fight with a sword? No.
Yeah.
Well, that's what somebody said on a podcast. It was like
Maybe a piano.
those OBEs, like knights, used to be, or the people that used to be knighted would be riding on horses into battle, and now you can be like a really good janitor or something.
Okay, I got it here. So there's GBE, CBE, OBE, and MBE. So it's either member, officer, commander, or knight of the most excellent order of the British Empire.
Yeah,
So-
they just give those away like candy now.
No wonder we got our freedom from them idiots.
Yeah, but
Worried
that's
about stuff like that.
That's what I thought that the president of a university would be like. It'd be like Queen Elizabeth,
Like just a
RIP.
monarch figure?
Like, yeah, just a face figure, just to be there to kind of be
It
like
should
the
be.
rallying name for everybody instead of actually making any decisions for anything.
Probably the better ones do what you say.
just kind of be the
Yeah.
face of,
Yeah.
and then make everybody happy.
Well, like Gordon Gee of West Virginia, I feel like that guy doesn't know his ass from his
No,
elbow,
that
but
guy's an
but everybody knows who he is.
He was the president of Ohio State.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
Wait a second.
He's an idiot.
I guarantee he knows more than that.
No, that
I
guy.
don't
That
know.
guy
He
has
looks-
a superiority complex.
He
I
looks
feel
like senile. Do you ever see
He
him?
looks
like,
like
he's like hunched over.
I
and
couldn't
like,
believe WVU hired him. I was
Wait a
surprised.
second.
He
All
must
right,
be a
I
good
see
president.
Gordon Gee.
see,
No,
that's
I
what
don't
you
know.
don't
he's a
like him.
clown.
No, you don't think he's a clown. I just think everything kind of you talked about a camaraderie and mixing in and all
Maybe
that
he,
stuff. I
maybe
think
he
he
is just
does
a,
all
maybe
that.
he is just a moron. Maybe from
I don't
his
know
Ohio
about his
State
brains.
days.
I don't know about his brains.
He always sports the bow tie, doesn't he?
No, always, yeah.
Yeah.
The only reason why I was laughing.
Something about him made me mad at Ohio State. I don't know. Maybe it's
Well, he
just
got
'cause
fired from
Ohio
there,
State.
did he not?
Yeah.
He got
yeah.
fired for some reason. Jubb, when you talked about Queen Elizabeth and you said R.I.P., I don't know what. I just literally yesterday I seen somebody driving and they have those things up in their car with her face and her waving like when.
like on the windshield.
Yeah, the fuck is that?
Well, it's that she
so
was waving in the
dumb.
Naked Gun, right? She was,
No, Maybe that's
no,
where-
she threw out the first pitch.
Yeah,
it was like the
a
corkscrew.
Yeah.
He actually just drove home my cousin's daughter the other night. Drove a group of friends.
Here's.
Did he really?
Uh-huh.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there he is. There's Gordo.
He had to go pick up Huggins after.
What? That, what? He
I mean, I've never met him.
He's like a
I
Bill
always
Nye.
see he's always on, like when we first went to college, and like a lot of my friends went to West Virginia. I mean, I was always seeing him.
Like with pictures of them, like on social media and everything. So I mean, he's
At least he
he's
gets
definitely
out and
prevalent.
about, yeah.
He's around.
Yeah. Well.
I don't know. Sorry, Gordon, if you're listening. I don't know if you actually
I
know.
think-
Sorry, Gordon,
I
I
don't-
called you an asshole.
Yeah.
I don't really know you, so all I can do is go off what I
Yeah,
remember
and
about
Gordo.
you at Ohio State. But I'm sure you're a great guy.
Yeah.
If you ever want to come hang
looks
out,
happy.
Pine
Are
Ridge.
any of those guys, or any of the people that were in the running for president, were they present anywhere else, or did it not say?
You know what? They were a lot of them had like other titles. It sounded to me like titles that are stepping stones to.
Like being a
Yes, hold on one second.
Maybe we'll get Gordon on one day.
Gordo.
I think he probably would.
I don't. I think.
Can't find it now. Damn it.
I think I would make a good president, but I wouldn't do much. I'd be like a puppet president. I'd be like, everybody would do all the decisions. I would just do fun stuff. Because I mean that
What, like axe throwing?
well, yeah, like you not. I mean, yeah, but but I'm saying like I would do things like do things to make the students feel like I'm actually a human being, like not like you're some robot that they put away and then they bring out like during like a ribbon cutting
makes a
ceremony.
difference.
I don't know. Anyway, anybody want to hit on anything before we snap the break? I think we actually.
I think George Kettlewell would be a great college president.
God, he
Yeah,
Walter
well,
Kettlewell.
we might have to check in and see how he's doing here. soon.
I'm just not sure with George. I think if he was involved, obviously, in decision-making process of hiring people, I think his requirements are only he'd be always hiring females.
size?
Yeah,
I think there
bosom.
would be huge harassment problems. in West Liberty.
Yeah, I just wonder how
Huge
long
harassment.
George could-
Yeah, I'll be honest. He won't. Not in the 21st
I'd love to
century.
hear his graduation speech.
I would like.
like
No coffin.
don't give him a script.
But I
Just
tell
have
you
him
what,
go.
though, he would probably be. I shouldn't say the first, but I would probably be one of the very few college presidents that would sing the national anthem. before
Oh
events.
yeah, you're right.
And nobody would do
Yes.
it better.
What does he always? He does. I can see him in front of the podium, in front of getting ready to give his speech, and he does. What's he do? The Carter thing. doesn't he?
Oh,
No,
no,
Nixon.
the
Nixon.
Nixons,
Yeah,
yeah.
Nick-
All of a sudden,
I am not a
crook.
crook.
Yeah.
and then just walk off.
Yeah.
And everybody's sitting around like, well,
What the fuck?
what
was
do we
that?
do now?
Yeah,
and
that's
and
it.
then somebody comes on and says, well, that was his speech.
Graduation's
You guys
over.
are all
Yeah,
done.
It'd be the best
Well, what
commencement
about
ever.
what about our degrees?
Right.
Well, no,
Yeah.
you got them. You're good. Go ahead.
Boy, speaking of graduation in West Liberty, I was really bummed out. I still don't even know if I have my diploma. I
do.
When I went through graduation, I got a blank diploma. I didn't get
Wow, what
I didn't
Is
get
it
a real
because
one.
of COVID?
No, I don't think. I don't know really what happened. I think
What do you mean you got a blank one?
I got a blank diploma. It just
In the
said
little thing, it was
congratulations, and it had my name. It
Well,
didn't-
yeah, they do that for everybody. I have one too.
No, but I didn't have. It didn't even have my name on it. Mine didn't even have my name.
Yeah, you don't. They do it because they
No,
order.
in your picture, you had your name on yours. My name wasn't on mine.
They
it
then
just
they
said
mail you,
student.
but they
That's
mail you. Oh,
ridiculous.
then
Well,
maybe
we'll
I
do
don't
is-
know.
Unacceptable.
Let me see what it is to get your GED.
I was thinking about this real quick. We were on Champ. What would Champ's resume look like?
Hold on, you really have a? You're not jacking around right now?
No, you definitely
They
got
know.
it
They
mailed.
mailed you.
Yeah,
the
they
one.
mail you it. Yeah, they
have,
do.
I have never seen my diploma. I have not seen my diploma.
Did you guys get, Chris and Jeff, did you guys get the things in the mail when it went to university that you could pay for your diploma to say West Liberty University? Do you
Oh,
remember
like
that?
to edit,
No,
like to change
Yeah,
it?
like they'd send you a new one. I liked it when it was West Liberty.
Yeah,
State
heck yeah,
College.
that'd be
I don't feel like that. To me,
Well, that's
that,
exclusive.
that meant no. That's no
No,
different
fuck no.
in the
No.
quality
Yeah,
of
that's-
education than I got.
that's,
for a stupid word called university.
Well, yeah, that's like exclusive club. Like,
Yeah,
not
there's
many
not enough
people-
colleges left.
Why?
Yeah,
Sure, State
College of William
And
and
I always
Mary.
like the gear, like the WOSC.
Oh, yeah, it's
on
better.
it,
I thought-
the logo.
way
I
better.
think that's cool.
I hate the W.
The only
I
good
think
thing
it
about
looks
the
stupid.
universities that they did throw a hell of a party.
Oh, yeah, that party was fun.
That was a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
we were
When they-
listening to Love Train.
Oh yeah, you guys were up there.
Going
By,
through the-
yeah,
Shout.
we were there.
Yeah.
That
Shout.
guy had that saxophone. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, we had a
President
great
Capehart
time.
set
Where was
that
that?
one up.
They
Was-
threw. There was like, I mean,
That was
they
really
spared
fun.
no expense.
Was it outside? Where were we when they were playing? We were like outside Blatnick.
No, it
No.
was down in the ASRC.
Well, in the SRC was a concert, and then they went out and did fireworks over top of the Union, the clock
yeah.
tower, and
we were
stuff.
playing
There was a-
cards, and my mom was there, and we were. What were
Oh,
some
yeah.
of them cards? Screw your neighbor. And
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
We were just carrying on, having a great time.
They had
Really
carnival rides and
Yeah,
all
Yes.
kind of
That was
stuff.
a really good time.
Yeah, funnel cake. I was vomited. They put me on that thing that
Yes,
spins.
yes,
Yeah.
I remember that because my kids went on it too, and
Yeah.
I think Emily was mad because I made her go on it.
But
Well,
what's the
funnel cake
what's the
sounds
deal?
good.
What's the
Yeah.
deal of it being
play.
a state college to a university?
That was going to be
What's
my.
the
It's got to be funding, right?
Well,
Or
I
is it
think
cri-
you're-
or is
the,
it
the
different
ability
programs?
to offer
Different
masters and doctorate type
Yeah.
programs, that you supposedly had to be a university.
so before it was university, you couldn't get your master's.
no,
But is
Yeah,
that? But
big
is that?
whoop.
Is that a big deal for a university then? I mean,
Well,
are
yeah, they-
Yeah, I
more
would
students.
imagine. Yeah.
greatly
but at that point they
high
were
respected,
they
money.
hadn't hit the bottom level that they ended up hitting later when they were dying
Mm-hmm.
for new students. But they were able to offer graduate programs now that they never could. So
Well, Matt, without don't count down, but like the teams that we were always familiar with that were in the West Virginia Conference or Mountain East, are they mostly all universities now?
everybody
I mean-
except for Glenville changed.
Yeah, Glenville just
and
changed.
Wesleyan isn't. I think they're still
West Virginia
college.
West Virginia Wesleyan College, yeah,
province.
WWC.
But State, Charleston, Glenville, Davis and Elkins is. Are they? Well, they
They're-
always are. Davis,
I think
Elkins
they're college, I
but they
think.
had
Yeah.
been. I don't know if they did the university. That's
And
brand- that's
Frostburg's
new.
Frostburg's U,
University.
yeah.
Yeah. And
Notre
then,
Dame College, Notre
yeah,
Dame College, Notre
NBC.
Dame's
Yeah. So maybe
Um,
three.
what? Yeah,
Whatever Wheeling,
Yeah.
Wheeling University.
Yeah,
I'm trying to go through all
Speaking
the.
of Wheeling,
That
are
doesn't
they,
even
are they
sound-
getting bought up by Mountaineers? From what I hear.
Screws and everything in the back part.
I haven't heard.
Yeah, I heard they're getting bought up by the Mountaineers.
Oh, really?
That's what the word.
So what
is.
would that? Would they?
I'm
be
assuming
no
they'll
longer
be-
Wheeling?
No, I think they'll still be Wheeling University, but I think they're gonna make it be their like.
Or West Virginia University Wheeling.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah, like a
WVU
branch- like a
WVU
branch.
Parkersburg.
As long as
Yeah,
they
like a
keep the
branch
Cardinal.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You got it.
Yeah, the W.
What do you got there, Job?
Well, before we
It's
go
like
to break,
Christmas.
I want to give a huge shout out to Miss Cheryl.
Yeah.
She was graceful enough to, and the Doyle family for getting.
Yes.
I'm unwrapping it right now so you can see it.
It's a-
Go
Tell
ahead.
you,
keep talking.
ASMR. It's like we were talking about that a few episodes ago of people unwrapping things. He's really struggling.
Tell you
here.
what, Jeff, one thing I got to say about your wife, she's a wonderful person, very generous, but she keeps a low profile. We eat her food, eat her
She's
desserts,
behind the
never
scenes.
see her, get this nice, beautiful photo.
She's an assassin.
Right. A lot of times we assume that she's a real person.
Yeah, maybe,
So
maybe this
never
whole
see
time
her.
she hasn't been
Right.
just making it all up.
Right.
Part
But no,
alien.
thank you, Cheryl.
Yes, thank you.
Cheryl. That
I
was very nice.
actually did see her this morning. She was pulling out of the house in her blue Jeep.
Oh, you know what? Actually, where I think she was going, our treadmill went down, so she just went down and joined the gym.
Oh, good.
Yeah, treadmill
Good.
took
She
a
was-
shit.
Yeah, it was early.
Well, she
It
had,
was like 9.
she had a day off today?
She'd have a day off
Good
today.
for
Yeah,
her.
actually,
Jeez,
Monday
I
and
didn't even know
Tuesday.
she had days
I
off.
know,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I thought.
He is less than us.
She works from home.
Well,
She operates on the kitchen table.
We got an exam room in the
Hey,
back.
why not?
Exam room.
Well, Jeff, the
I don't want
one
you to know
time,
what's going on in there.
and I don't know how long we've been doing the Pine Room on Saturdays. And what's that, like
Cool,
3,
jeez.
4 summers,
Well,
whatever.
yeah,
but,
six
but I remember
years
all the food and stuff, and then a lot of times it'd be, Cheryl Doyle made this, whatever it might be. Never ever saw her. I mean, for 2-3 years, and one day she was over there with you. Well, I don't know if she was standing right next, but I was like, who the hell is that?
Who's
woman?
that?
Like I didn't even know who she was, and I got introduced to her. and-
She is real.
So I know she's a real.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's a real
Living
person.
real
human
human
person.
human
for,
being.
for those of you watching on YouTube,
Holy shit!
here
It takes up the whole screen.
is the lovely picture that we're going to be hanging here in the studio. This is from our win from Show of Hands.
I'll tell you what, selfishly though, it is truly a good fucking
It's
picture.
really
good
I mean,
stuff.
it really is.
But yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, or if you're just listening to this, we can put it up on social media so you can see.
well,
What would
Oh,
the
it
pic-
already is
it's
on
on our
social
Joe,
social
what would
media.
the picture sound like if you were describing it to the people listening?
Shit ass grins.
Yeah.
6455.
Yeah.
Yeah, but good stuff. We really appreciate that whole thing.
That was a
and
great
still
night.
one of the better memories that we have.
Without a
I'll
doubt.
never forget. Real quick, we were standing. We were sitting by the stage, and Matt was up by the wall, and you look down to the other floors. And Matt looked over at me, and he just went like this, like that.
Scotty and Weeks
Yes,
And
yeah.
And
And
they
I
said, you guys are good.
and we
I
knew
said,
we
"All
won,
right."
and I could relax. And then it was.
Well, unless they were pulling a deke on us.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I wasn't
Yeah, that's-
sure, but
that's
I
what
felt
we were-
good.
Well, we thought maybe they made 4 checks, and
Right.
they're all
But
like
then when
the
I saw the
same.
girls writing in the office, I was like, I don't know if they're bright enough to do that. No
All right.
offense to them, but
Yeah. Thank
Well,
you.
we
That's awesome.
appreciate it. Good stuff. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Boom.
You're listening to the Pine Room Podcast, but you don't just have to listen to the podcast. We have some other stuff out there too, like Bettor's Last Stand, our sports betting show covering all things sports and betting. Or Soup and Stuff, where Soup sits down with business owners, athletes, and other professionals for good conversation. Or if you want to listen to us live, you can tune into the Watchdog, FM 98.1 or AM 1600. Or you can listen live online at thewatchdognetwork.com. You're listening to the Pine Room Podcast. Hey, we can talk about news, and I know there's some serious stuff that we want to talk about, but real quick, before we go to the serious stuff, I want to, because I looked this up right before we started here, these aggressive monkeys that attack man and son in Thailand. Have you ever seen these things in Thailand? Like, they just run rooftops and go wild in
Yeah.
Thailand. They're nuts, and like if you mess with them, like there are videos of some in a zoo, and like a guy will like tease it and like try to give it a banana, and he won't give it, and it'll grab the thing, and it doesn't even care about eating it anymore. It just shakes it, tears it apart, and then throws it away.
yeah,
Like,
they're like gang members.
oh, they're
Monkeys are
terrifying.
Gang monkeys.
They're terrifying, and they're only like as big as maybe
Yeah.
Evie. Like they're like little monkeys, but they're horrifying. And I like monkeys, but I'd never ever be around one.
Oh, and they're
ever.
running rampant. They're everywhere.
Yeah, they're like wild boar in Texas. Like they're like that. They're like that.
I wonder what would happen if they were here. I wonder if, like,
I don't know. Monkeys are deer.
would it let
Take
affect
your
the
pick.
homeless population?
Maybe.
I
Would it take them out?
It would
Take
make
them
our
to
stories be a
California.
lot better about monkeys, wouldn't it? If we had one just chilling in here
A
with us
monkey
right
just
now.
comes and sits in the pine room with us.
Get him some earphones. Everything would be
This
good.
this is so. Oh
Yeah,
gosh,
look,
he's
they're
playing.
violent.
Are we recording?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't. I'm not. Yeah, he didn't do his introduction. Like, welcome
It would-
back.
oh my gosh.
See, he doesn't even care about eating it anymore. The guy was teasing him.
Yeah, he's
Look
a
how
vandal.
evil he looks.
He
Yeah,
does look fucking mean.
Watch.
Wow.
They're
Watch him.
nasty. They're like very
Jesus.
violent.
Watch what he does. He just
Oh,
takes
he's
it.
pissed
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Like he
That's
doesn't
awesome.
even care about eating it anymore. He just grabs
wow.
it.
What a angry
I wonder
bastard.
how sharp those claws are.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
I bet they could.
Here's the question. I know they're kind of small, but if you think if they grabbed your like a
Well, they'd
finger
hurt.
or something like that, they would be
Well,
able to hold on.
I want to
Yeah.
show you
Uh,
something, and I don't know whether we should show this.
Is this going to
on-
be gross?
No, it's
graphic?
not gross. No. It's not gross at all. But it's just it goes to show you why you don't mess with animals at the zoo.
That's what I don't know. People like take those chances. Like want to.
Yeah.
Like
They're
they think
gonna
everything's friendly.
Jump in the gorilla pit.
Well, how about like the people
To get
like
a
that all of a
picture.
sudden just want to put their 2-month-old over top of the lion cage
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah,
fucking all of
yeah.
a sudden
Right
drop
here,
it?
yeah.
I mean, it's just.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I've
this,
seen. Okay, good. This is
this
wild.
is like nothing. There's nothing gross here,
What
so
is
don't
this?
worry about it. It's just it's not graphic. But this is a guy. I don't know where the zoo is, but the guy's messing with this lion, like petting the lion in the
No
face.
respect.
Which number one, the lion is between a chain link fence. Why anybody would have any sort of access to this lion like this?
Yes.
Obviously goes to show that it's not in a zoo anywhere near here. So here's so he's look, he messed with it and it. Oh shoot!
It comes back. It comes back around.
It
What
got
a-
its finger.
What a dumbass.
Look, and now imagine trying to pull against that.
Ah.
You know what? I'm happy.
Yeah.
Me too.
I'm
Yeah.
I wish he
super
didn't
If
have
you're
his
just
whole
if you're
hand.
just listening to this,
I hope he
Ooh.
fucking got his finger
if
down.
you're just
guarantee he
listening to
probably
this,
did.
there's a I'll play it again just because I missed
don't think-
it.
yeah,
I
same.
missed it. There's a guy messing with a lion through a chain link fence,
And then
and
people with their phones.
I like
Yeah.
no one's helping.
They
Yeah.
don't care.
The
They-
lion-
Well, then again, maybe they feel like us.
the lion
Yeah.
gets a hold of the
Right.
guy's finger, and
They're keeping
it's-
their distance, respecting the king of the jungle.
yeah,
and this
it's
guy.
not good.
I
He
tell-
had to get some of that finger.
I tell you this much: after a heavy night of drinking and my worst decision making ever, I still wouldn't do that.
Not a chance.
No, gosh,
Oh,
Still
no.
wouldn't do that.
Because I don't think like none of us guys together. I've never seen us act. I mean, sure we drink and we say and say stupid stuff and goof off, but none of us all of a sudden become real brave to where
Not
our
like that.
decision making.
Not when it
is
comes
really,
to those kinds of
right.
things. Those animals.
Like I would never tempt that.
You gotta respect Mother Nature and
Yes.
animals like that. Honestly, in The Hangover, those scenes with that tiger.
I was just gonna say, that's what made me think of it.
Honestly, it bothered me a little bit. Like I was like, this is like this really isn't. It's funny because I know no one got mauled.
Yeah.
But that wasn't like you would never want anybody to try to recreate that. That's it's terrible.
Well, I mean,
thing
you
to
see
try.
you see videos of those guys that like are with those grizzly bears, and there's one thing will set those animals off, and they'll latch on you and they kill you. Like there was a guy, I won't show it, but there's a video of a guy, and he's just standing next to a grizzly bear, and the bear's standing next to him, and they're like doing a photo shoot, and the bear's standing next to him,
absurd.
and the bear just starts to turn his head back and grabs the guy by the neck, shakes him, and kills him. And that was it. And that was it. And that was it. That was
Justin,
it.
did you see that
Fuck
video? I think I think Joe Rogan played it of how big that bear. Did you see that video of that bear? There's a video of this guy or this like I don't know if it's like a trail cam or something that shows just how massive these fucking bears are. This video, I hope you can find it. Oh, is this it?
Well, you keep talking.
Yeah, no, but I can't believe how big these bears are.
Yeah.
Do you guys have
And
those
how fa-
buddies?
oh
Oh
my
my god!
That's not it, but my God.
And just when you've seen.
Look
real
how-
I mean,
claws
how can you
before,
not
it
like?
just-
How could you
rip
not be
your
like
face off.
terrified? But
Yes.
but,
Look how
but if you were gonna be in a safe way, you wouldn't you respect the hell out of that animal?
100%
Like
I would.
I mean, God.
What terrifies me is like if I was in the woods and I like rounded a corner of a tree and just
God.
saw that
Shit,
like
how do
looking
you
right
think
at
you-
me.
What are you
Yeah.
supposed to do?
I think you're just supposed to lay down and then cover your like neck and head You're just supposed to
Yeah, more or less. You're
I thought you were
act-
supposed to act big.
not with these guys. With black bears, yeah.
Isn't
but
that
not with
crazy?
these
There is
guys.
a difference, right? I don't understand.
No.
You're a black bear, you're supposed to act big. Brown bear, you're supposed to lay down and fucking cower.
Well, because a black bears only black bears only get a certain size, and some are
Oh,
huge.
that makes
But
sense.
these guys are quadruple the size of us.
Wonder what you do with polar bears.
Prey.
They're
literally
they're
right.
vicious. They're vicious.
Yeah.
They don't have human contact as much. But
Chris, to piggyback off what you said, do you guys, and you guys don't have to name any names, but did you guys have those buddies back in the day that truly set out there Friday and Saturday that they were hands down going to fight that night? Like, get some beers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Get some beers, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden, like, you know.
Right, or they might not have come out and said, but if anybody looked at them the wrong way,
It was.
yeah,
they almost encouraged an altercation.
Yeah. But I never was I was
that.
never close friends with guys. But I
Same.
knew a
But,
lot of guys
like indirectly, or you
yes.
like a kind of your friends, but not like your best friends kind
right,
of thing. That's
exactly.
how it was with me too.
Yeah, and just they want to go out and
It's like, oh God, he's here. Oh, this is gonna turn out
Then-
ugly.
you
And then
know
it's
what?
like,
That's the
geez.
thing.
And then a lot of times, I don't know if this is just me, but you'd have like the guy would fight a guy that you didn't really dislike, and it's like, I'm not
Yes.
taking a side on this. I mean, you're an idiot, but whatever.
So,
Yeah,
Jarrett, you have with your guys' crew? You don't
Yeah,
have to mention
well,
names.
I don't have any like close friends that are like that, but I know so many people that just like if there's one little thing, oh, they're ready to fight, and thankfully I'm on their
Never
side.
understood it. I
But I always
I
feel
never
good with
understood.
like
It makes no fucking sense to me.
No,
man.
I mean, honestly, I'm all in. If you're gonna be, and I'm not like talking from somebody who's ever really been in many fights, but like if someone's messing with your friends or girls or
Big
people you
difference.
like, and then not to sound like immediately if that happens you're immediately wanting to fight, but like if it gets to a situation where you're having to stand in there, yeah, I got no problem with that. But like just fighting just for stupidity and drunkenness,
like
oh
that.
My God, look at that.
Yeah, look at that. That's
Look at that.
absurd.
If you're just listening, there are two giant grizzly bears fighting each other.
So
And
what are these two males? Are they trying to stake
Yeah.
some territory or
I
what?
think so.
Jesus.
I think the one's a
The
touch
one on
smaller.
the one on the right looks
But
like
can
a
you
big
imagine?
bastard.
Can you imagine that grabbing
No.
you like that?
No.
I
I
think
tell you what.
I think the one got an Easter basket from the other.
Yeah,
side.
yeah, I
Just,
think you're
just,
right.
just
And
upset.
he's not happy
He's not
about it.
happy about it at
I-
all.
That's like Leonardo DiCaprio in Revenant.
See that video right there makes me think that the grizzly bear would kick the shit out of a gorilla.
They would. It would.
And
It
I've
wouldn't
always
even be
kind of been on the
close.
gorilla side
It
because
wouldn't
I
even
like
be close.
gorillas.
Not
But
me.
man,
I
that
take the bear all
Nah,
the time.
the bear has more of an ability to probably kill. The gorilla is a little bit more similar to like us. Like it's not gonna
Yeah.
have the vicious claws and probably not nearly of the bite.
and I
power
don't think
of a
a
bear.
gorilla's as big as a grizzly bear. I
No,
wouldn't
it's
think,
not
right?
in height. I mean, obviously, its strength could match up a little bit, but
Yeah.
not. But that's it. But it's biting. Its
I mean,
claws.
their
it's
claws
not
are
gonna,
bigger
right.
than like big
Yeah.
Bowie knives.
Because I
They're-
mean, honestly, whether you believe in it or not, if man descended from ape, I don't particularly believe that. But there are a lot of similarities, and I don't think that.
I think gorillas are such a cool animal. That
They
I think
are.
they are
I agree with
so
that.
cool.
100%.
You guys,
Like a
do
big
you ever
Look
see
at
silverback.
that. That is absurd.
Look how
these
tall
two-
those bastards
two
are.
gigantic male grizzly
Like, I
bears.
wonder where
Chewing
that
on
is.
him. He's just fucking
the
chewing
Great
on him.
Northwest?
Joe, that kind of looks like Evie.
Job, is this supposed to be
Look
like
at the
like
power
a,
in the legs of that
yeah.
guy.
a fight,
Just the definition
or
of
they,
his
is
legs.
this just like a
No,
like
these
playful,
these are
just like
fights. These are fights. Yeah, a lot of grizzly bears they stake their territory. They have like a very.
I don't like seeing them fight.
They have
Yeah,
like
but they'll respect each
no,
other.
they're not
They-
going to kill
They
each
don't
other.
kill each other.
That one on
yeah.
the left looks like Saquon Barkley.
You know, Chris, I'm in that same page. I don't love all that.
No,
I know you guys
Yeah.
actually made fun of me before about. Actually, I think it was Soup making fun of me about the whole. What's the word?
Look at
I'm
him
looking for?
drooling. Look at the one drooling.
yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah.
I mean, you can see that now these guys have massive layers of fur that keep them warm in places like this, and you can still see the muscle underneath.
Oh, I
of
know.
their
That's
fur.
unbelievable.
that one definition when they were like squatting. It's incredible.
Yeah, he looked
I like
like-
to see him put his bench press with me or
they
on a
don't-
squat rack.
They don't fight till there's one gives up.
Yeah,
and
Yeah,
no, they
yeah.
have like a respect code, and it's
Right.
like, Job, have you ever seen the bighorn sheep?
Yeah, they smash into
They
each
smash like for
Oh,
the
yeah.
I have seen that. That's
for like
crazy.
dominance in the pack, like who has the hottest woman.
They
Like,
do they get concussed?
Oh,
yeah.
there's a couple that I've seen that they like hit into each other and then they back off like, oh, holy shit!
Yeah,
like,
like-
whoa,
like
that
they're
was
stunned.
too hard.
Yeah,
we
here
went
we
a
go.
little bit
Stunned.
too hard there.
This is crazy though.
And these animals are another one impressive in person. I was lucky enough to see a couple of them in Yellowstone.
Oh, look, and they sit back like.
And when you see it in fast motion, the slow-mo doesn't do the justice of it.
The way their eyes, they look like there's absolutely nothing behind that head.
You know what? That's a fair
There's
statement.
like raw.
That
There's
is a
just
very
raw.
fair
It's just
statement.
It's just a full skull. There's no brain back there.
Wow.
Yeah, if you're again just listening, we're watching bighorn sheep smash heads
Well, now we're
into each
gonna
other.
watch bison. This is more Yellowstone stuff here. And again, these bison gore people to death. People get too close to them. You think, because like you guys were saying, you could just be sitting there chilling, like, oh, okay, this bison's not gonna do anything, and then all of a sudden, something catches it and it gets pissed.
Jesus.
It's like a car crash.
Oh yeah, and you have in person how big these things are is just incredible. They are. It's like the size of a car, Chris. It's like the
Yes.
size of a Volkswagen.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
you just smash into each other as hard as you can. Isn't it weird though that like they evolved so that's a thing. Like
That
that's
they'd be
a
able to
thing,
do
and
that.
they're meant to do is like a defense
And
mechanism.
Jubb, you know what
So
else is
odd.
neat about it is the herd looks on to all these duels.
Oh, yeah.
It's like they recognize who won the
Oh,
battle.
yeah.
And then the other guy's shamed. He's either kicked out of the herd or whatever happens in
So
the
there's a
particular
lot on the
animal.
line then.
Oh
I was gonna
yeah,
say, that
well,
must suck.
and a lot of this stuff happens during like mating season,
Right,
where
right.
where bulls are fighting for
They're trying
the
to
women,
show off for the women.
Yeah, and like they'll do it in lion packs and lion prides, and like the bears don't travel in any sort of
Wolves
group.
do it.
Wolves. If you ever see like a wolf pack running something down, it's like
Terrifying.
intense.
Well, they're probably the other ones are probably betting on it. I would think
They should be.
yeah, they bet.
they're
one.
betting like meat.
A
like,
bookmaker for wolves.
Anyway, sorry if you're not watching this.
Yeah,
If you're
yeah,
listening to
yeah.
this,
yeah.
Hey, it gives you more.
Use your
incentive to go-
imagination. Get on YouTube. Check these.
Yeah,
Or
go
Animal Planet.
Go subscribe.
yeah, it's fun to watch stuff. So go and watch this on YouTube.
Respect nature.
Yeah, maybe we'll put these clips out of us reacting.
We
to
haven't
this
even
stuff.
gone into to amphibians
But yeah,
and alligator life.
that
yet.
was my. I guess we went off into a little tangent there. But
Off
you
on the
guys want to
monkeys.
hit some of these news stories? Let's
yeah,
go
what looks
for
good
it.
in the news?
Let's
Or
go
what-
for
what
it.
Well,
doesn't look good?
I don't even know if it's on here. But I saw something today or last night online about out in San Francisco, which you can imagine. You know, just it's now become basically a shithole of the
Oh,
left
I
coast.
saw this, Chris.
But they like a year ago they built a nice big Whole Foods store,
I think I saw this.
and so right around this time is the 1 year anniversary, and they're closing it now because there's just so much crime. They can't even keep it open because of the crime, and
That-
it's just sickening. And we see that everywhere,
That
especially
that
out in that area in California. Just loot.
Well, I
that
think
makes
ruined
me feel
businesses.
better because I had an interview with the San Francisco Giants a couple weeks ago, and I didn't end up getting the job. So now I feel a little bit better that I'm not going out
What a
there.
shame.
we've
No,
talked about
yeah.
it. We've talked
Fuck
about it a
that.
couple
Great
times.
city.
But the homeless
It's absurd.
problem over there, where they just
Unbelievable.
shove these people,
It's unbelievable.
Just horrible.
Well, it's like they line the streets. It's,
Yes.
it's absurd. And actually, I mean, you can see, like even like these Apple stores and stuff like that. How people just roll into these Apple stores and start stealing all kinds of shit and run back out and break stuff. I mean, just wow, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw something just a video that said they're teaching kids. There were like 4 kids. I don't know, probably 7, 8, 9 years old. Just I don't know what kind of store it was, but they had bags of stuff and just got to the door, ran like hell, and went off with their stuff.
That's so sad, though.
Yeah,
and
that's
unfortunately, there's
terrible.
people probably in that area that store did them justice, and now they're not going to have it after. And imagine I mean, I know it's corporate, but man, imagine the money they lost.
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
I mean,
yeah.
my
I mean,
God.
everything that you go through to open a
speaking of-
store, especially in such a big
out-
city.
So out there, what are those residents eventually going to be able to go? I mean, where are they going to turn to? I mean, you know, I'm sure some of the Walmarts have closed in some states.
did see that.
And they're not in Portland, I think. They had 2 that they
It's
closed.
almost impossible for a Walmart.
I
to
know,
close.
right?
I know.
It's really
It's like an
almost
oxymoron.
impossible.
Right, but I mean, you know,
We can't find workers that feel safe either. Why would you want to work at something like that when
Oh,
in a
right.
dangerous
I mean,
area?
see all the fights that we see on YouTube of like what happens at these fast food joints.
yeah.
I'd say
It's
maybe
like a war zone.
That's like when that Popeyes chicken sandwich came out. That guy got murdered over one of them.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
unbelievable.
because of why?
Yeah, what was that? I remember talking about that.
Some
but-
fight broke out in a Popeyes over. Now I don't know whether it was over the sandwich, but it was during when that sandwich was like real popular when it came out, and some
That
guy
was
got killed
crazy.
in a fight in Popeyes.
Do you guys remember that when Popeyes came out with that chicken sandwich? How big of a deal that was?
I'll be honest, I don't even know what chicken sandwich you're talking
it was-
about.
it
From
was-
Popeyes?
chicken sandwich.
I mean, I know Popeyes, but I don't like. Is that their signature or something?
yeah.
They
Yeah.
added it.
Yeah.
I mean, it hadn't been for years, but to keep up with KFC and Chick-fil-A, they invented their own chicken sandwich, a spicy chicken
And
sandwich.
it's good, but I
okay.
mean,
Yeah, it
to
was
die
good.
for, no.
Would you rather Chick-fil-A or Popeyes?
Popeyes.
Matt, Chris.
Well, I'll say this: the Chick-fil-A sandwich to me is better. But if you ask me what fast food place I prefer out of those two, I would take the Popeyes because I love their spicy tenders. I think are some of the best chicken on the planet.
I'm a Chick-fil-A guy. I think both way. I like the Popeyes sandwich. It's not bad, but I don't know, Chick-fil-A that sandwich and
Oh, it's great.
everything is really
No doubt.
good.
You can't go wrong with either.
And the Chick-fil-A
I
sauce.
do like the tenders better at Popeyes.
I don't think I've actually ever had their tenders.
because of the spicy.
What do you do, Jeff? What's your like fast food go to if you got to go fast food? I know you don't do fast food.
Only one. It'd be Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A?
That'd be, and actually, let me. I guess do you guys call Chipotle?
Oh yeah.
Those two would
Yeah,
be my
Chipotle.
two.
We just had.
We just went
had.
up. I used to get Chick-fil-A all the time, and then I just kind of shifted away. I'm obsessed with Chipotle right now. It's so bad.
Like I couldn't tell you legitimately, and I know probably you'd think I'm lying. Like McDonald's or Wendy's, it's literally been I can pluralize years.
Good
Oh,
for
hey,
you.
that's
Smart.
good. That's really good.
Good for you.
Good.
And it's not even because it's not even because of health reasons. I just struggle, man. My mind. Once again, I should be 120 pounds.
Oh, I should. Oh,
Without
bad.
a doubt. The way I overthink the fucking room on shit, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're not going to Wendy's because of our story today on the radio.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, Wendy's in Wellsburg.
Yeah.
Well, there used to be,
What?
unfortunately, the two up in that neck of the woods used to be hands down probably the best Dairy Queen in the area,
No, yeah,
and,
you're
and,
right.
and maybe
And
the
best
best
Wendy's.
Wendy's.
No, I agree.
And they both
When that-
are shitholes
When
now.
that guy Cecil ran that
Oh, my God,
Wendy's,
yes.
he was unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
The
Best
store was
manager
clean.
I've ever
Store was
seen.
clean.
He was out there constantly. That guy, dude, he knew the quality control in there at that time was exceptional.
Was it that DQ that has like the window? Those
It's right
up
next
curved
to the
windows?
Wendy's, literally
Yeah,
like
yeah,
what,
yeah.
Jeff? A few feet
Yeah,
away,
literally,
really.
huh?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
right
it was
across
good.
from
Well,
or catty corner from Main Street Bank.
Yeah, you
up
can't
there.
miss it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's right
What
on the main
what did I
drag.
miss on Wendy's?
Oh yeah.
Jarrett,
Today.
well, Jarrett
I don't
found a
mean
story
to-
actually.
Today,
And
Jarrett read a story
It
about
really doesn't have much to do with Wendy's.
Yeah,
It
yeah, it
actually
wasn't
at
really Wendy's, but
nothing they did
a
wrong.
man exposed himself to a young woman at Wendy's.
in Wellsburg.
and then
Yeah.
when they went to his house to not interrogate him, but interview him or whatever, they said that he said that he didn't even remember the little girl and didn't think that she saw it.
But I'm trying to understand why he was exposing himself. That's the part
I don't know what
couldn't
yeah.
figure out.
I don't
I
know.
said he got
Was he-
real excited about the Dave's double. He got real excited.
It wasn't an employee, was it? It was just
No,
a-
it was just a regular fella.
Okay,
we
What
had
was
his
it?
name.
Oh,
What was his name?
Something Hoover.
Wayne something, because I remember
something
saying
Hoover. Wayne.
All right, so I know
Why
us,
I always put their middle name?
us
Because
dudes think differently, and we're obviously very sexual creatures of habit. All right, that's no joke. But let me ask you a question.
deviants.
I don't fucking understand that whole concept.
What?
Like and I know we're not supposed to because people that do that shit are all fucked up. But
Yeah,
like,
like flashing people?
me going up and showing my junk to a chick, like what the fuck am I getting out of
I'd
that?
be-
No matter what age she is.
Yeah, what it
it's
doesn't
not
matter.
usually going to work.
That's like a nightmare for me. Like when I have nightmares and I'm like don't have my clothes at school, that freaks me out. I don't like that at all. I don't want anybody to see me naked.
No,
I don't
I
even.
don't either.
I don't even like seeing me naked.
I mean,
I-
unless you got a cock like a buffalo on a screen right there. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't,
right,
I don't
right,
really
exactly.
understand what the purpose of it is.
Yeah, I mean, but I guess they get their rocks off, and I guess I don't understand
that's
why you
just
get your
so-
rocks off on that.
And
It's
then,
just weird
but
to
then
me.
to do it and then think, well, it'll be okay or etc. Or
Yeah.
nobody will say
And
anything.
you're doing it
It's
to a
never-
minor, a
Right.
young girl.
Well, even if
said,
it's a 20-year-old,
yeah,
but it's
It's
still
better than a young boy.
Well,
I guess.
yeah.
Chris, it's like you would go up to a girl and she go, "Man, I'm glad you did that." Like if,
Yeah.
if
Sir, let me compliment you.
Right, because she was when she first saw me, she was like, "God, that guy's really hot," and then just suddenly
Yeah.
I exposed myself and made her day.
Seal the deal.
Right,
While she's biting into her
That's
chicken
terrifying.
nuggets.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of funny because most women will tell you, like even like the whole dick pic thing.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand that either. But
They
most
always-
women will tell you,
It's a horrible
like
move.
like a
Yeah,
penis
it's-
isn't attractive
No,
to them. I know.
no,
It's-
right.
it's- I mean,
It's the
Sorry.
guy that goes with it.
yeah.
Sorry
Yes.
if you're
In
eating.
some cases.
Yeah. I just never understood
Get
that.
out and get a Popeye's chicken.
Don't wreck your car.
And somebody else was saying this on a podcast. Like, the human body is like a weird. It's a weird thing. Like, it's an odd organism. Like,
it doesn't like bringing that up. No matter what you feel about creation or how we got here to where we are, think about the organs that we have. I know you're talking about the external part of the body, but think about the organs. Who in the hell came up with these organs and what they do? Now, how you don't believe in a greater power, whatever it may be, I don't know how you don't.
Like,
how in the world did we develop a pancreas?
Yeah,
how?
fucking made a
And why do
colon.
we have an appendix?
Right.
Yeah.
Which no
It
one knows
just
why, because they
blows
think
up.
that was from prehistoric times.
I lost mine.
Right. Chris is
You don't have yours?
Wait, where'd you lose
He
it?
shit
lost
that out
it.
in the vets at Sunday.
Philly, it was that easy, right, Chris?
It was taken out, but at the time I was married,
That's funny. as shit.
Elaine is a nurse, was
Yeah.
a nurse. Carol McCormick. They couldn't diagnose me. Guess who diagnosed me with appendicitis? Mr. Jim Watson.
Oh, there we go.
Jim Watson said, "Hey, and this was goddamn. This had. To
I remember
be
that because you were having
late-
sharp pains in your right side,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, right down here. And Jim Watson said he might have appendicitis.
Well, yeah,
I went and boom, took it out.
That's-
So
It could kill
Jim,
you.
Jim Watson
100%
saved my life.
Cam.
Could have
That's
exploded.
a super.
If it ruptures, you get poison in your
Yes,
body, and
yeah.
you can definitely
They
die.
say
So-
that the
That's so fucking
appendix,
weird.
the appendix was originally. Now I could be mixing up that and the gallbladder, but the appendix was originally when we would eat a lot of meat, like meat and vegetables that had to be like broken down over a long period of time, and the appendix held that chemical that would blow up
Right.
in your body. That chemical helped break
Break it
down,
down,
like
yeah. It's like a
blow up.
bile type
like
thing, yeah.
hearty.
Yeah.
It was like heartier meals, like when we were in
Like that
caveman
woman
times.
in Two Lives in
crazy.
a Florida guy that ate the raw meat.
Well, Jeff, what is a more valuable one that you would be better off living with or without? Is the spleen more important than the appendix?
Oh, yeah.
The
Because
spleen is.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
because I know a lot of people would say, "Oh, they."
How about
But how was your pain though? Just out of curiosity, like when
It was just a constant pain.
like a nagging pain more than
Yes,
anything.
it was
wasn't-
sharp. It
okay.
was sharp.
Because I've heard people say
It
sharp,
was
and the only
sharp.
thing I can associate that with is hernia. After the post, not the pre, but you're extremely sore.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. Like I had a cut or a scar. It was just about
Yeah,
the length of my.
they
the
punch
length
a
of my-
hole in you and basically
Man,
take it out.
man.
Yeah.
Now,
Laparoscopy.
some people that I hear about having that appendix, like when it gets all swolled up, like I hear,
Swole.
Yeah.
I hear people are in like excruciating pain. You
Yeah.
weren't in that. You didn't
Oh,
have
it wasn't
like.
fun.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
but-
but you weren't like keeled over on
Well,
the floor.
I think his probably they
No.
probably got it before it was close to the rupture.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're a young kid and you have that, Jeff, you may correct me, but I've heard that if it ruptures in an adult male, chances that he could survive it are better than like undeveloped younger kids.
Yeah.
I've heard some kids that got really sick, but they it's just starting to rupture. I mean, I guess it could really mess
why?
you up.
Why does it blow up? What? Does anybody
No one
know?
really
Yeah, I
knows.
don't even know,
No.
yeah.
Just
Jeff,
like
what
a
up?
trigger?
Gets pissed.
What's the more valuable organ? This is a fun topic. Spleen versus gallbladder. Where do we match up with that?
Probably spleen, right?
Yeah, because it stores your red blood cells.
Right. I think for immunity and stuff, the spleen is
yeah,
very,
Yeah, because my mom doesn't have her gallbladder anymore.
right.
Yeah, 'cause
and
you can live
Curry
without
got
a
his
gallbladder.
gallbladder.
You got
taken out.
yours?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you had yours taken out.
Don't be questioning my gallbladder. No, I've never had anything taken out of me. I've had
Well,
things
that
was
repaired.
with
You
the
better
with the
do that.
hernia. I
Yeah,
thought
I've had two hernias, which I probably need to have a third, but yeah.
So he
Is
thinks
that running
his-
your guys' family or
It
something?
must. It
Honestly,
must.
because
My
I mean, your
dad's got
dad's
him.
he's
I'm
got
sure-
an alien
I'm
coming
sure
out of his
I'm
But it's the best thing ever because when I had excruciating pain towards my second one, it was horrible.
After
my
or-
guts were basically no. The after pain, I'll take it anytime. Chris, you remember when we were in Texas? I literally was in so much
That was
pain.
bad.
During
My
it?
entire intestines was basically falling down into my leg almost. It was
Jesus.
and I couldn't get in there to get it sewn back up, and I was just dying
That's
to get in there.
brutal. Ooh.
And I was at work, and we were in Texas for the Elite Eight, and I had a lot to do, and I was like, oh, this is. I mean, I was drinking. I was drinking, yeah, but I was popping probably 15 to 20 ibuprofen
that
a
sounds
day
awful.
just to get through to dull it enough that I could stand it. When I would stand up, it's just like your entire guts. falling out. And I called the doctor like every day. It was like if someone cancels, the nurse, the receptionist wouldn't know. And then she called me one day and she said, "Can you come in tomorrow?" I said, "Yep, I'm
be
there."
there. I'll
I
be
could
there.
not wait. It didn't because I had done it the first time with my right side and or my left side first, and it wasn't bad. Like it was very. I was at the point where I was sore and uncomfortable, but not like the other side. Like my stuff
Didn't
was
you
falling down. I mean, it was gross.
Jesus.
But then when I got the soreness for a couple weeks, I didn't care because I felt so much better.
I think when he finally had that done, I know he had so much pain after. Like they cut him with a chainsaw, a rusty.
Yeah.
Oh, he had
well,
some bad.
that was the first one.
Whoa, hold up. Wait.
about?
What?
What? What's
A
the
rusty
question?
chainsaw.
No, he's
What?
just exaggerating.
Well, I'm exaggerating.
The first time the guy, I had two different doctors. And the one guy,
it was a butcher job.
Sutured me to my nerve, so then I had this ridiculous sciatic pain down my left side, and I still get it from time to time. So I went to him, and I was like, "This pain is absolutely debilitating. What can we do about it?" And he said, "Oh well, I can open you back up, but that's about it." And I was like, "I don't want to do that. It was a busy time in my life or work, whatever." So I didn't do it. Swimming is what has gotten the nerve to whatever reason. I don't know if I just lengthened or alleviated the stress on it. I don't know how it worked, but swimming is the only reason that I was able to finally get past that constant sciatic pain.
They did surgery.
And then the
with
right
a
side,
chisel.
your dad's boy, Dr. Jones, who did him, he recommended me to him, and he's passed away since then. Damn it! But I loved him. He was great. They put that mesh on me on the left side. I don't know, Jeff, what your thoughts are about it, but then the other side, the right side, they sewed back my abdominal wall like naturally. So I don't know if that had any effect on why I was sutured, but I'm a mess.
Has anybody else had major surgery? Has anybody else had it?
Knock on wood. I don't want to say that because the next thing, all of a sudden, kibosh.
I don't want to have anymore, but don't be afraid. If you ever have a hernia,
yeah.
it's not worth being afraid about. You'll feel a lot better after you get it done.
I think I was talking to Cooley about it because he's had a couple surgery. Well, he's had a surgery on his shoulder. And I told him I thought surgery was pretty cool. I mean, like the operation of the whole thing. I went in for shoulder surgery. I was in there for 20 minutes. I undressed. They put me in my gown. I laid in bed. They gave me some sleepy time pills, and then they took me into the room and I put the mask on and she goes,
start counting backwards.
She said start counting down, and everybody says, I want to see how long I can make it. And she said, start counting down. And the last thing, I didn't even get to the count. The last thing she said, or I said was, thank you, ladies, and good luck. That was my last thing I said. And then I remember passing out.
You didn't even get to,
I
got
to
to
the count.
7.
I didn't even get to the count.
What kind of operating room were you in?
I was at Reynolds. If you ever need to have many medical things done, go to Reynolds. It's such a nice environment down there.
I like
They're
it
super
down
nice.
there.
Is it?
Oh, and it's like real relaxed. It's not like a super.
It's fun.
Was it real cold in your room?
Yes.
I don't really remember, but
It was like a meat
Where-
walker.
where
I remember
were
they
you?
put me on that table.
Were you wheeling?
Yeah, and I literally was like, oh, this is like out of a movie. And then she puts the mask on. I was freezing cold. I felt like I was in the middle of literally a meat packing plant.
You were in
They
the
were gonna
thing.
cut me.
I said the worst thing about my shoulder surgery was when I woke up because they shoved the tube down my throat.
Oh, yeah.
That was the worst thing that hurt
Yeah.
because my throat hurt for like 3 days. But
I had wisdom teeth surgery, and
Were you awake?
Yes. Well,
love
no. So real quick before we go to break, I took those pills before, and I was zooted out of my
loopy, I
mind.
know.
I
Yeah,
was
what a
fucking
high that
no
is.
wonder
high
why.
shit. So
No wonder people do drugs.
Oh,
I think
my
that's
God.
why we got an opioid problem.
I was out of my mind. So then when I went back for surgery, I go under. I woke up during while they're in my mouth, destroying my teeth. I
loved it.
It hurt so bad.
Did you think it hurt?
Well, because I went up, but I woke up. I woke up in the middle of the surgery.
I was awake. I didn't know they put you out.
Yeah, no,
Like,
I was
awake
out.
the whole time, and I could feel them crushing those things.
yeah, you
I
said
thought
you
it was-
liked
I
that.
thought it was fascinating because that was another thing. I was in terrible pain with those wisdom teeth. I was bleeding and biting my cheeks. I couldn't wait to get him out. He was cracking them. I was like,
Oh my God, I'm gonna
you can hear
vomit.
it crush. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, hopefully, if you've had surgery, let us know.
Please.
Let us know your experiences. But we're gonna take a quick break.
Or if
Go,
you're gonna have a surgery, we'll come watch.
Yeah,
We'll do a podcast
Do
from there.
commentary. Have anybody ever done a play-by-play of a surgery?
We can help out.
Yeah, like we're up in the booth up top.
Oh, but he's
And
going
there he
under the
goes.
left rib,
Oh, he's
bottom
got
rib.
it.
Oh, I wouldn't have grabbed that. I wouldn't have grabbed that.
That's
I wouldn't
never
have-
gonna work.
That's never gonna work.
Oh, fellas, it looks like we got
We're losing
we
them.
have a
Yeah,
flat line,
yeah.
fellas.
Damn it.
Good times.
Then
See you later.
then we call timeout.
Timeout,
and,
hold on.
and then we do a review. We go to the monitor. We go to the monitor.
All right. Well, we're going to take a break. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Fucking dumb.
Oh, hey, I'm Gary the Rat, and I'm here to save you. Look, I know you're buried under 15,000 pounds of rubble right now, but so what? Hey, at least you can listen to the Pine Room Podcast while you're down here. Stay put. I'm gonna go eat some trash. You're listening to the Pine Room Podcast.
All right, welcome back to the Pine Room Podcast. We are here in the studio for another episode of your favorite podcast of the week. We are
The only podcast.
Yes.
Yes. We got some stuff to talk about. I don't know if you guys want to hit a little bit of sports before we go into this week in history.
I will ask this about mostly because Jarrett, we talk about this a lot on the radio, but I'm anxious to see what Chris and Jeff have observed about the new way baseball's played, how it's quicker, and any of the rule changes. What are your guys' observations?
I'm be honest with you, I'm not a baseball purist, so I'm probably not a really good person to ask. But to answer your question, I like it.
Yes, me too.
Yes, I do.
too.
I think, and unfortunately, I know you're a baseball purist. I'm surprised you guys.
I
like
loved
it.
Okay. I've loved it.
I do.
But you gotta within reason. These guys created this problem. It
True.
just had to be done. It had to be done.
Yeah,
I mean, I like the tradition, but they took away the
Well,
pitching, hitting, and all that stuff. So
There's always one guy to spoil the eggplant, and then
You don't like it?
once it gets
I'm
I'm saying
I got you. Yes,
I'm
yes.
saying with the whole like pitch clock thing, there's got to be some dickhead that's got to make it about
Correct.
him,
Correct.
and now it's got to ruin it for everybody else. And
But it's an improvement now.
well,
Yeah,
I
I
think
like it.
I would say the only thing, because I don't give two flying shits about the MLB or sports in general, I would say they need to dial it back a little bit so that the guys have a little bit more time to get like if a guy
I
hits,
agree with that.
like if a guy
Definitely.
hits a seed off the bag at first and the pitcher's got to go cover, then he's got to run back to the mound, get set up, and then get going. And by that time, I'd be winded. I'd be like,
guys have made that complaint.
that would be my only
I
only
can see.
thing.
I can see
I think
that
it-
in 5 seconds.
I think it should be 20 instead of 15.
But I do
think
like the-
15's a little
so
bit
far.
too quick, but I do
Totally
like
agree.
it.
Totally
I like
agree.
it. I
that
think
Indian game last night, Chris, was like 212 or something.
It's unbelievable.
They
Yeah,
should
they
start
beat-
adding more stuff.
I think actually going to a game
Lions
now
in the
will be
outfield.
actually even more enjoyable from a standpoint.
No question.
Because sometimes, man, as we all know, you're sitting in that 7th and 8th inning. If it's been a boring game, I mean, I know you're having beers and having fun, but man, it can be monotonous after a while.
Yeah. Yeah, it can be long. It definitely can be long.
Hey, but Jared, if they given the average, what are we 2 weeks in? What's the average time of a game? Do you know if they said compared to
25 minutes
yeah,
less.
yeah, it's
on
like
the average.
at least
Well,
25. Yeah.
And that's obviously a huge difference.
Yes.
That
Yeah, I think it was the I think opening day. I think Mariners Indians maybe was like a 2 hour and 3 minute game. Like
they'll
the
have a game
like
sub
the
2
short,
hours
like
before
shortest
the
game
year.
in like 15 years or something.
But dude, I just hope that they're and this will happen. Or like maybe not a playoff game, but a meaningful game that hopefully it's not going to end because a
That's
pitcher
my
took
only-
too long. And
that's my
then
only
they
thing.
walk the base. You know, they got.
Hey, they know the
I know
rules.
the rule. I know.
By that
I
point,
know,
if they
but-
haven't adjusted, then fuck them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah, very good point. But I like it though.
I got a
I think
couple
it's
of
cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about this?
Thumbs up.
San Diego State and UConn athletes expect to see major increase in NIL money. That actually really confuses me a little bit because at the end of the day, just because they were good 1 year, what does that going to equivalate that means they're going to be good over the next several years where that's going to be a big deal?
I think their belief is that the boosters at these schools now to keep these programs good will then be rolling more money into the program to try to get better
keep that.
talent.
You know
So
what? That
that's
makes
that's
sense.
that's
That makes
that
sense.
excitement, that jolt, especially for San Diego State. UConn obviously a good program already, great women's program, but that shot in the ass San Diego State got, putting them in the Final Four and in the national championship. I think that they're expecting their wealthy donors to really come to the table and really help them try
that-
to
and
improve in other sports. They talked about football, it'll help their football program, and help their women's basketball, all that stuff.
That makes sense.
I
never
would
thought
think
about
too.
that way.
Companies probably would want to invest in these athletes because their social media presence just is shot up now.
That's a good point.
So,
And
That's
in
a
the
very good
market
point.
like San Diego, you get
Oh, fuck, man.
some girls will do pretty well with NIL deals.
Well,
over
it
there.
seems like too with the way that tournament was wide open, and we saw how many teams made a decent run, a deep run that never had before. Them, Florida Atlantic, I mean Creighton, a lot of these schools, you know, hell Duke was out early, Kentucky, all that. So maybe they're looking at it now. It's like, you know,
we can compete.
the San Diego State might be around for a while. They're not.
Yeah.
This is maybe that wasn't a fluke.
Right.
Florida Atlantic.
Yeah.
At
least I hope.
I liked it that way.
I think it was super
I
cool.
loved it.
It's good.
I definitely think it was cool. And the only thing I was going to talk about is the Michigan State thing. Issues the list of offensive terms.
I want to hear your because I forgot to take it. I was in a hurry today. We talked about it last
Didn't we
week.
talk
But I
about
want to hear.
this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Jeff
We-
wasn't
we-
here.
right.
So tell us your thoughts on it.
First and foremost, I didn't even know anything about this, and I unfortunately I was really busy today, so I didn't get to look at this sheet at all. I just cannot believe as much as we've held women back throughout the years, and now finally they're still not even on a level playing field with men, and that's so sad in the 21st century. But now they're gonna not use the word female. If I was a woman nowadays,
Yes.
man, I'd say the woman lib better fucking step their
Exactly.
game up a little bit.
They went nuts about the Title IX stuff, and that was great in its own way to give girls an equal opportunity as men. And now this is all being pissed on.
It's
Like they're
unbelievable.
not even allowed to separate themselves. They should be proud of who they are. And
I just don't know why eggs is not allowed.
Eggs and
That's what I want to know.
Now I get Christmas
Gift.
tree because Christmas tree now is
Anything with Christ.
anything with that. I mean,
that's always been a thing though, because you always see
Gifted.
Xmas.
But Jeff, I see where you guys could say, well, maybe you could understand. But how in the fuck is it really offensive?
I agree.
It's not.
It's not.
It's
Who
fucking
knows?
ridiculous, and that's what angers.
I think
me.
Gifted Bunny is.
Yeah,
Give
Bunny.
Bunny an egg.
Bunny's a rabbit.
I think I asked this question before, and I think I asked it to you, Matt, because you said something about it. Was there any word that would be offensive to you? I know personally there would be nothing that anybody could come. I mean, obviously, I don't want to I think you said I don't want to be known as a thief or something like that.
Right.
But there is truly
But
not
the word
one,
itself is not going to offend me. It's
There's
just
never.
the accusation towards me.
Which I get that.
Would be more offensive than the word.
But Chris, you're not wrong. Like I don't even
No
understand
word.
how.
that bothers somebody really. That's
Well,
got to be fake.
We live in a
outrage.
world where there's words that upset a sect of people that you'll never be able to recover
it's such
from.
a small-
and you could
it's
just be
such a small
you could be
percentage of
drawn and
people
quartered
that-
for it.
And here's my question. I want to be. I'm so sorry. Just real quick.
No,
Who?
all right.
I want to be at that table. There's people that are sitting at that table. Like, how are we even making these decisions? That's just
Well,
amazing to me.
and-
What do you say
Like,
when
who
you
brought it
how
up?
do you, how
Yeah.
would you like your chicken embryos today? We're not allowed to say. Would you like your
Unbelievable.
omelet, your eggs?
So it says they issue a list of offenses. So what does that mean? Now you're not allowed to, or just be careful.
Probably,
I guess
Just
probably
say-
be
probably
careful.
go in front of the judicial board if you say
Because
that.
I
What do
don't
they
know.
say? What do they say? That they say he's the Easter rabbit. Then
Yeah, probably
he's the Easter rabbit.
Wonder what the
Or are
the
you even-
science.
Easter hair.
Easter's probably
You know what's
frowned
funny?
upon too.
The word "fuck's" not on here.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
so does that
exactly.
mean it's okay?
I
I can
guess
go
you
sit
could
in
say
front of the president of
fucking
Michigan
class.
State,
Yeah,
like
just
fucking
say-
class.
Yeah.
Can't
right,
say
that-
eggs,
yeah.
but
Speak, I always liked when my professors cussed.
Oh, it
made
makes
him
it more
human.
normal.
Yeah.
It makes it more normal.
Oh, so that was
100%.
great.
Unbelievable. I
Yeah.
didn't even know.
But just please don't say gift or bunny around me. I'll
and-
start
and-
crying.
and bring this up real quick, and I don't want to go into a long discussion about it. But when you talk about the women's lib, and women should be pissed and speaking up more, that's just like these transgender, like these swimmers, these biological males that are whipping all these, and even in track meets, and it's allowed to happen, and like the women are just seem like they're silent
it's
about
nice
it.
to see people like Caitlyn Jenner come out and
You know
just
what? That was
speak all
super
over.
cool. Super cool.
I got a lot of respect for Bruce Jenner, Caitlyn
Yeah.
Jenner, whatever you want to call her, he, whatever. But
What he came out and said.
I mean, what a person to listen to. He won gold medals.
Yeah.
At the top level as an athlete, and then realizes you can't have a guy like him competing against females.
I
How
saw-
unfair is
Yeah.
that?
I saw
and it
a
takes
video-
chances away from girls who have an opportunity to get scholarships and win things.
I saw
It's
a
horrible.
video
It's
of
horrible.
of a girl that competed against the what's her
is
name?
it the Kentucky?
that
Is it
Thomas?
the Kentucky swimming thing?
Well, Leah Thomas.
They swam against her, and the Leah Thomas went into the female locker room with the girls,
was
and
that Riley
and
Deans? There
took
was a girl, but anyway,
and changed, and was in front of these, and the girls said they felt like they needed to cover up, like naturally when you see
Yeah.
a
Right.
male
Yeah.
body part, and it was like I felt really bad for the girls. I'm like, oh my gosh, and then I guess the girl and Leah Thomas had the same exact time. They tied literally same exact time, but they gave Leah the trophy because it was better for photos. That's what like the
Great,
NCAA
great.
representation
Yeah,
told her.
people spend
But-
so much time getting mad at people like us who are speaking out like against not being pro this or whatever, but they never even really stopped to think about what it was like, what you just explained right there. Girls, how they feel. They don't even ask them. They don't even care.
I
They're
felt
more
really
worried
bad.
about what guys like us say. Oh, you guys are mean. You're hate mongers. No, we're not. We're sticking up for the girls.
Right.
Yeah,
I am so pro female sports. It's unreal.
Yeah.
And probably more than a lot of other people. And I know Chris and Jeff. I know a lot of us are. But they're not. It's not the same thing. It's just it can't be. And as much as we wish it to be, the girls aren't going to be able to play against LeBron James. It's just not going to work. So they deserve to have their own league and their own opportunities for their own careers, and that's great.
I was gonna say, and that's okay.
It is.
That's
There-
okay.
and there's things that I can't do. I could never. These softball girls were doing. I could never do the Jarrett. You guys.
Oh, yeah,
stood in there, tried to.
Yeah,
hit him.
we got a whole
Tried
video
to-
on
Yeah,
that.
right?
I mean,
No
that's
doubt.
not. There's things that guys can't do that girls can, and that's good. And it's just not always going to be the same. We don't have to be the same.
Yeah.
We can all be different and be united in the same way.
100%. What is it? That situation you're talking about? Because I may be misspeaking. Was that from Kentucky?
I don't remember.
There's a
I don't-
situation this week, and I may be completely misquoting this, but I think that a mob, the swimmer ended up going after the female, and then a mob of like-minded people end up like chasing her down, kind of thing. And she was, I think, from Kentucky.
I
have
don't
it
know.
for
I'm
next
not
show.
sure. Yeah, maybe.
Dumb.
Follow
Just
up.
I don't
fucking
remember.
dumb.
Yeah.
Just dumb.
Yeah. But
Unbelievable.
everybody be nice to each other.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you can disagree and still be respectful and
Yeah.
nice, but you got to understand, and guys and girls' locker rooms is not going to be comfortable for everybody. It's just not.
Yeah. That's a. It's
kinda like what Jubb says.
And think about it. We're not going to be in this situation. These young girls are in that
Yeah.
situation.
Most people are not. What I was saying is most people, let's be honest, are not comfortable and they're not comfortable being naked.
Well, yeah.
So the fact of the matter, you throw in the fact of the matter that it's all females, and you got some dude that's got his junk hanging out. I mean, that's going to make it even more
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
I
So-
felt. When I saw that video, I was like, I really felt bad for that girl. Real quick, is it weird to me? Why are they dragging? Those people are hand dragging the field. Is that weird? Don't they
Tractor's
usually-
out of gas.
Is it? Well, I guess.
I mean, it's
softball's
only
smaller.
Penn State. They only have $900
Yeah,
billion
but that campus looks really nice.
Oh,
you ever
it's-
been there?
Oh yeah, many times. It's awesome. It's
a
a
place I
really,
wanna
really
go.
cool
that
campus.
just stood out. That kind
The
of
football
just blew my
program
mind.
aside of all the things that went on,
is
amazing campus.
Is the football field near campus?
It's on there, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, when you're
It's literally
driving,
like a city.
So you've been there too? You've been to State College?
I have
okay.
not, but I went to Bucknell, and you have to pass Penn State
Yes.
to get to Bucknell, and how it sits over in that gully and that valley. Like, what is it called? It's called Death
Valley.
Death Valley.
Happy.
Well, then they call
Or Happy Valley. Happy
yes.
Valley, yeah.
Happy Valley. It is. It's like, man, it's its
neat.
own little entity over there. It's
Really?
beautiful. 100%.
Really, really neat place. If you ever get a chance to go, I know a lot of people hate Penn State now because of the Joe Paw thing. But I got to say,
Joe
it's
knew.
very hard to disrespect the campus. It is very neat.
Yeah, I'd like to check
Has
that out.
so many things on it. I went there for basketball tournaments with a couple of my coaching friends in the summertime, just for something to do. Ride
that's
along
kinda
with
cool.
them, help them, just look for kids to recruit, whatever. It was fun. It was really, really cool. An incredible amount of. The whole campus is just like a city. It's a city.
Oh
It's
wow, yeah.
fantastic.
I just saw a video or a picture of that, the Happy Valley.
Hard to not be impressed if you go there.
Wow, really, really cool.
Yeah.
And the only other thing I got about sports, tonight's the playing games, right? You said 7 versus 8.
Yeah.
I'd bet $1 billion that the Lakers win. No,
They-
the
Oh, yeah,
the
they'll
refs.
win.
Well, they don't even need that because what's his name suspended, and they got two
Yeah,
guys
Rudy
hurt.
Gobert. No,
Gobert's
But
suspended.
regardless,
It's a
the
8-point
NBA
spread.
would have
They
them
may
in
not
the-
cover, but they're going to win.
No, yeah. They definitely that is the
Now,
easiest.
if
bet
LeBron
to make.
loses this, his legacy is even worse than it already
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
So
no,
I just
they'll
think
win because they want them to play the Grizzlies because
Sure they
that's
do.
been a whole
Sure they do.
whole
So-
thing the whole year with Shannon. Hopefully Shannon
Actually,
Sharp's there.
Throw in my phone.
Matt just fumbled.
Fumblerai, Ruski, Rumba.
Wait, who are they? Wait, the Lakers are playing who?
Lakers are playing
New
the
Orleans or the Minnesota?
Minnesota,
Minnesota's a mess.
and then if they win, they'll play the Grizzlies.
Okay.
Somebody
Which
said,
has been
"Doyle,
a,
I'll give you $1 million to tell you who's playing," and I'm like, "Fuck, I'm out."
The only reason I know is I was looking it up for the radio the other day.
Is that what
so,
it was?
Yeah,
We
yeah,
get it.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't get TNT, so I don't care.
Oh man, Jeff, you're Irish. You got some nice uniforms in
They
softball.
do, don't they?
Those are sharp.
I love the helmets too, man.
Yep, the gold helmets.
Unbelievable.
I wanted to bring. No, we'll do hot pit here in a little bit. You guys want to hit some history?
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
It's not that long ago, if you think about the way that I unfortunately, like Jackie Robinson, to think about the first African American to play Major League Baseball. I mean, 1947 isn't that long ago to think
not
about
even a
that.
century.
Nope.
I mean, it's just
Crazy.
absurd that's just absurd to me. Absolutely
It is.
absurd.
It is.
It's sad, so fucking sad, but that's just absurd to me.
Good movie, Jackie. Very
Great
good movie.
movie.
Very
Great
very
movie.
good movie.
One of these on here that I will gonna relate something else to is April 12th, 1861. Fort Sumter is attacked by the Confederacy. Cooley and I, well, the whole group of us went down to Key West 2 years ago, and we went to the southernmost. It's like the southernmost portion of Key West. You can go to Fort Zachary Taylor, and it's the southernmost national park in the country. And they have in Fort Zachary Taylor is like I think they said it houses the largest amount of Civil War cavalry equipment in the world, like
Really?
per whatever it is. And yeah, and I thought it was incredible. Cooley and I went and we got to like go around the fort and look around and stuff. It's super super cool. If you ever have the chance to go to
I'd
an
love
old
to.
military fort and go look around, it's really really fantastic. Him and I we walked the whole round. You can go up and look at the armaments and the cannons.
That would have
and
been
stuff.
really cool.
Great.
It was
Super cool.
really neat. It was super neat. And I think it was like the southernmost bastion for ships that were trying to come around like the coast. But it was awesome. If you ever have a chance to go
Forts
to
are awesome.
Yeah.
I've been to a few of them. Not Fort Zachary Taylor. Love to make it there. I haven't been to Fort Sumter either. I'd like to do that.
and you think about the amount of death. Now I don't know if Zachary Taylor saw a lot of bloodshed.
Probably
but-
not. Probably more of a guard to be
Yeah.
sure
Yeah.
attacks weren't coming.
But I mean, you think about some of those forts. It's like how we went to the penitentiary. You think about all the action that went down in there. That you're just kind of now walking around, and
If those
It is
walls
what
could
it is,
talk,
yeah.
if those walls
it's
could
like
talk.
Yes.
going to Gettysburg or any of those places.
That's a place I'd
battlefields.
like to go,
And then we
Gettysburg.
were talking about today on the show about the Spanish-American War and what that would have been like.
Yeah.
Just the forts that were going on there and the amount of people shot and chaos all around you.
Yeah, I think that's a
That's when they
Amazing.
were really men. Because fucking
Yeah.
Jeff Doyle's not fucking cut out for that shit.
Oh.
there's another
No,
good,
sir.
another good one on here. Something that interests me. 1954. Robert Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer is accused
Yes.
of being a communist.
A new
Oppenheimer.
movie coming out.
Oppenheimer famously, I could be wrong in this, for making the nuclear
You're right.
bomb.
There's that
Isn't he
movie.
quoted saying,
Christopher Nolan movie coming out soon.
I am something, the bringer of death?
Yeah.
What's his quote?
I don't
Shoot.
remember the exact
Oh.
quote. I should know that.
What's his
Oh.
nationality? Now, is that a dumbass question? But I've actually never even
I
heard of this.
don't know if he was German, Swiss, or something, or Austrian, somewhere in that area of Bavarian type people.
I am become death,
There you
the
go.
destroyer of worlds, because he came up with the nuclear bomb, which just right after he came out with that, they bombed Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which
Oh,
is
wow.
just incredible. Imagine being the inventor of that.
When you know what it's going to do.
You're the guy that invents something that you know for a fact the only reason it will ever be used is to just kill people.
I know.
And it's
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, he was American. American.
He was American.
Born in New York.
His name is
Oh,
just
wow. I've never even
German
heard of that.
there's
guy.
there is this really good movie. It's going to be a Christopher Nolan. It's going to be great. It's a great cast. Cillian Murphy and all kinds of superstars in the
I'll
cast.
check that out.
Yeah, it's coming out. I don't know.
Cillian Murphy actually looks pretty similar to him.
Yeah,
Really does.
it's
Um,
going to be really good.
Yeah, you know, it was a lot better invention. April 14th, 1828, first American dictionary is authored by Noah Webster.
Yeah, and he probably rolls over in his grave every time they take a word out that's offensive.
Yeah, but
Like egg.
that's so crazy that he, like, was he the one that came up with all the definitions? I guess.
I'm sure he and a group of people probably started to do that as a guide. I mean, it's a really important tool. Think about that especially when you're young, building
Yeah.
your vocabulary and trying to
Oh,
learn
wow.
how things mean.
100%.
Well, Matt, if they update them and take out certain words deemed offensive, you could always find them in the Urban Dictionary.
Right.
You ever look at
Oh,
some of
that's
those
great.
words?
there. So
And when they use them in a sentence,
Yeah,
oh
it's
my
really
god,
good.
It's-
Like a
it's-
sentence that would be written for like a kindergartner, like
Yes.
learning how to read, or a second grader. It's like, see Johnny, whatever.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, it's
right,
good.
and then
Good
he gave
stuff.
her a Cleveland steamer.
Oh, that's heinous. Chris.
I'm-
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm looking up a list of some of
Dirty
the
Sanchez.
Urban Dictionary words. There's the alligator fuck house.
Jesus.
I never heard of that one.
Last night, Johnny surprised you with an alligator fuck house.
Incredible. Now, what the hell is that? mean?
What's the
There's
definition?
a well.
Are you allowed to read
do you
it?
think I should? There's the
Oh.
Panamanian petting zoo.
Oh, man.
One. Oh, Jesus, this is bad. When one partner forces the other to pick the nuts and corn out of a bowel movement.
Oh my God.
Wait, what is that? What is that
Oh,
called?
Panamanian petting zoo.
That's
comes up?
fucking ridiculous.
Somebody making money off that shit? Because if
And
they're
who in
fucking
the hell
making money,
participates in this?
I'm just
I
gonna.
think you could just add your own.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
You can put whatever you want
Right,
in
if
there.
we
Panamanian petting.
I'm gonna.
fucking unbelievable.
I'm gonna name a
Absurd.
couple of these. I'm not gonna say
Absurd.
the definition. There's the Kentucky Klondike Bar,
Oh boy.
the cold lunch.
Oh, it's worse than picking corn out of somebody's shit.
These are really bad.
The cold lunch.
These are really, really, really rough. There's the Flying Camel, Frosty the Snowman, Hot Carl, Waffle Stomp.
On the Hot Carl.
They had that on South Park. That
Hot
one.
Carl. I can't remember that.
Yeah, Hot
The
Carl.
waffle stomp.
try.
To
don't-
excrete fecal matter into a sock and then hit a person in the face with a
It's
sock.
incredible.
Wow.
I think Mr. Mackey said something about a hot Carl one. That's just Chris loves this.
It's so. I'm not reading this, but I remember I stumbled across this
There
months
it is.
ago. Alabama Hot Pocket.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I
bad.
think
That's a
I've,
bad-
yeah,
that's
I've heard
bad.
of that
Really
one.
bad.
There's
but
one
it's
just
fucking hilarious.
there's one just called Kevin.
Curry.
Uh,
I think I'm gonna have to go on the line and look at this shit. Wow,
Oh
that's
gosh,
crazy.
you could just laugh forever.
yeah, there's some really, really rough, rough ones on there.
Do you think Ray Kroc had any of these on his menu at McDonald's when he opened in Des Plaines back in 1955 on April?
Well, it wasn't a Bosnian seesaw. I know that for sure.
I don't even think Bosnia existed then, but yeah.
Ray Kroc.
Yeah.
Hey,
He actually,
one-
did he own the Padres, Chris?
Yes, he
yeah.
did. Yeah,
one
'cause
thing, or go ahead.
No.
Why is it McDonald's?
What?
Who came up with?
Yeah, I'm not sure why they called him.
I don't know.
Why it should have been
Maybe they
Crocs.
just-
No, wait, wasn't the guy? I thought the act.
Ronald
Oh wait,
McDonald?
no, I know this story.
Oh.
I think the original guy, the original owner's last name was McDonald's, and he got bought out
By
by Ray Kroc, and there was like
took
a
it,
whole.
Who took it like nationwide?
Yeah, there was
Okay.
a real. They
That
got
would make
real
sense.
bad blood.
That would
Real
make
bad
sense.
blood. But yeah, there's that. Anybody else want to hit anything on here? I want to show you guys something fantastic, which I think a lot of people will enjoy. But we can hit some of these.
The Titanic. We got to mention
Oh,
it. April 14th, 1912, the Titanic sinks after hitting iceberg off the coast of Newfoundland at 11:40 p.m.
What day was that?
14th.
Oh, so 3 days after it.
Yeah,
it
we
set
on the
sail.
radio today. We said it set sail.
Yeah.
and then by the end of the week, it sunk.
Yeah.
Do you guys believe in the conspiracies about all that?
that
heavy
it's
shit?
not actually the Titanic. That it's
Well,
like.
There's some
So
evidence
Fri-
to support that. That it was his sister ship, and yeah,
Which
I
is
don't know.
crazy, right?
Just fascinating stuff.
So
I
next,
think it just-
so next or Friday is the the 111th anniversary
Yeah.
of the Titanic.
Almost as long
Right,
as
is it-
you sank the Edmund Fitzgerald,
Yeah.
Yeah,
according to Jim.
Is that do you I wonder how long it took for news to reach the mainland that it
God.
sunk?
Wow.
Wow, that's a great question. Now,
Because now, I mean, a boat hits. I don't know. The boat takes on a bucket of water, and people send back that
Right.
this boat's sinking. But yeah,
Well, the one ship that tried to save it, what was it called? I can't remember. But they did get the radio signal. But then by the time they got to port, the time, I mean, I'm sure people along the coastways probably got it pretty quickly, at least up in the Canada region in the eastern United States. But as far as getting like back to the UK,
yeah,
I mean, weeks.
no way.
probably.
Oh, yeah.
no way.
it's unbelievable.
Yeah. But anything
What a
else on you
scary
guys want to
thing.
hit? I want to show you guys something
Yeah, go for it.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Fire
well,
away,
So,
Big Daddy.
celebrity birthdays this week. I'll just read them off real quick if that's fine with you guys. We
Yeah.
got Steven Seagal, Maren Morris, Gold Dust, Ed O'Neill, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Emma Watson, Maisie Williams, Bobby Vinton, and Martin Lawrence.
God,
Martin.
Bobby Vint.
Have you guys been up to date with Steven Seagal?
No, I mean, no.
Is he
I
a
mean, I
mess right
see
now?
him.
Because
It's
I'm gonna tell
really
you,
heavy, right? It's
some
really
guy.
heavy.
You
Yeah, he's
talk
put on
about a
some
guy
pounds.
with some major issues. is Steven Seagal.
Well, he was gonna go. Which country was he involved? Was he not North Korea.
Yeah,
feel-
no, I
was it
heard-
North, I
no.
think he had tried to go be friends with some
Yeah.
national world leader. Or something.
But this
I think it was
guy-
Putin.
He's out of Islamabad.
So
Yeah, I
he,
think so.
there's like a whole story about him on SNL where he wanted to do skits that were just horrific and they wouldn't let him do it. And then, who was the founder of SNL? What's his name?
Lorne Michaels.
Lorne Michaels said he was the worst guest ever to be on, or worst host ever to be on SNL, and he found out about it and went nuts. But two things: have you ever seen Steven Seagal run?
No, I'm
Like
not.
this
been a
guy.
while.
Now
I mean,
think
Not
about
since, like,
current. You think about this guy like Steven Seagal being like this super athletic guy, like a guy that can do like stunts like this. They actually said like
Steven
that
Seagal runs
they
weird.
didn't want to have shots of him running because of how awkward he looks when he runs. So here's
What movie is this from?
this
I
is just a
recognize-
compilation of different movies.
Oh yeah.
So here's just a video of him running. Look at him run.
He runs very feminine. I would agree.
Like look at his arms.
He
flop.
flaps.
Oh,
He flaps. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
oh,
yeah.
that's real zesty.
Yeah, like
Here's the deal, though. I wouldn't want to be caught by because that dude's a bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
Well, he was.
Yeah, at least in these days.
Well, he was.
Oh
Now
my God.
look at his arms. Look.
I wonder
If you're just watching this, Steven Seagal runs kind of like an old woman, like Miss Doubtfire, kind of.
Hercules.
Why are there so many scenes of him running?
Because it's just people made a meme out of it. Joe Rogan
But like,
talked
how many
about
times has he ran? Oh my God.
I don't remember it looking
his
that bad in
arms-
the movie.
Yeah, like his.
Wow,
it.
that
So
is
I want to show
fat.
you guys
Almost
this
looks like he's running like that on purpose.
I want to show you guys this trailer of this is a movie called Sniper Special Ops, and this is he was just recently in this, and I don't know the ratings of it. I don't know whether it's any good. I literally have no bearing as to what the circumstances are around this movie, but I know that it's absolutely god awful, and he's in it, and I just want to show you. It's coming out of the speakers, but. So look at number one. Look how big he is. Hold on.
Was that him?
Is that him?
That's
That's
him.
him.
Oh my God.
I want you to see if he shows any of his action scenes. He's real lazy in his movements. I gotta find.
I can't believe that's him.
There's a shot where he's just shooting a gun real lazy.
RVD,
Yes.
Mr. Monday Night, the wrestler.
Is this current?
This is current. This was in 2018.
Yeah, he looked real big right there.
Yeah, do
coming
you
out
see him
that
running
door,
out
yeah.
that door? Yeah.
Doesn't look like a guy in special ops at this point of his career.
That
Yeah.
doesn't. Yeah.
Looks more like Roger Wildlight, to be
Yeah.
honest with you.
Yeah.
I can't believe that's him.
Yeah, but he's awful in a lot of the stuff that he's in now. And I guess he's got like a real bad superiority complex where he thinks he's this incredible action star, and he's not. Like
I've heard that.
if you look up some of the movies or the movies that he's in now, they're these super low budget movies
Yeah.
that are just absolutely god awful.
It's like his career's on like.
I was gonna say.
What's that? Life support.
Yeah.
Here's another one. This is Contract to Kill, not
I wonder if he blew through his money to have to step to this, stoop to this level.
because I mean he was in some good stuff. I mean he was in like
Him and Van Damme,
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
they were big time action stars.
see like his action scenes are he's sitting down. He doesn't really move a lot. Like
Would you guys ever think about taking any kind of martial art?
no.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it if I like had the time. But
The time's
If
definitely
I-
an issue.
If I didn't have to get my ass beat,
Yeah.
if I just did it, I guess you could probably just.
I mean, I think it'd be awesome.
learn
to
I think it would be
self-defense.
cool to be
collapse
able to
somebody's windpipe out of the bar.
That's funny. I actually thought about that when we were watching UFC over the weekend. The guy was a Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt,
Right.
and like that, just in my head, if I had that title, I'd feel like pretty badass
What-
if I was a Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt.
Watch some of these chops he gives. Like just puts this guy out.
I don't know.
He's.
I don't know how to judge it. But yeah, Joey looks a little.
God, he looks terrible. I can't believe that's him.
Yeah.
Contract to Kill. Wow.
Yep. There's a bunch of
What is this?
This is him in a taekwondo.
That's in Russia.
What the fuck?
He got a big belly on him now.
And
Jeez.
watch him put these guys down. Now these guys are obviously faking this.
No, I heard that he was mad that they said they staged this, and he said no, they didn't. Like they have all these real jiu-jitsu guys.
But look how-
What he want to
or
fuck him up?
taekwondo, yeah.
What is he trying to hurt him?
No, he's just trying to show for these kids.
Is this
Chris.
this isn't a movie?
No, this is real.
It's in Russia. I remember this. I remember the story. He put on an exhibition for all these taekwondo kids.
Look at these guys. I mean, they're just falling.
Is that what this one is? Jub Taekwondo?
Yeah, I think
Oh
so.
my
Larry.
God.
Because I honestly, I'm very bad with the different forms of martial
Me
arts.
as well.
I know all in the Olympics. I know all their names. I don't know what's what.
If you're just listening to this, Steven Seagal, who's looking absolutely massive.
Yeah, see, he must have been boys with Putin. This show will get censored here too because I remember he.
Oh yeah, it is Russian.
Yeah,
because
because it's definitely Russian. I can read.
But look at what he's just doing to these guys. Like these guys are putting up no fight. They're just running into him, and he's just throwing them around.
Well, they're both about 100 pounds lighter.
This is just crazy to me. I can't believe
Look
this
at all
isn't a
the kids
movie.
Yeah.
It looks like he hasn't slept in days.
I know. He looks
God.
miserable.
He looks very
Jeez.
plump.
Instead of sleeping, he's eating.
Right?
Hey.
Legit.
Yeah.
Again,
He gets
go watch
after it.
this on YouTube
Yeah.
if you haven't seen
Fascinating.
it.
Wait,
Any hot pit cold mug?
I'm clean.
Clean?
I'm good.
Chris,
I'm happy.
Jarrett?
The weather's been great. It's beautiful.
Mine's
Everybody's
just the
happy.
traffic and wheeling.
Although it was a little bit too hot today.
We've been talking about that.
Hey,
We've been
today,
talking about it for
the
10
first
years.
thing I was in a store today, and I left my phone in my car, and I come. You ever get it when you get the heat,
Yep.
temperature too high, and it doesn't work?
Doesn't
you have
work.
to cool it down. That was the first time it happened to me this year. Which
Jeez.
to me,
In April?
April 11th. It's
Not a
it's,
good
It's
sign.
too early for that.
I don't like it at all.
Too
I
early
don't.
for
We
that.
literally went from snow, then all of a sudden. I mean, I shouldn't say snow, but that's
Oh,
just
it's
too
terrible.
quick of a jump, man. Too
But you
quick
didn't.
of a jump.
There was nothing this year
No.
Pussy
with
snow.
like where you couldn't get off the hill.
Oh
right?
no!
Did
I think we had one significant, maybe like an inch
Right before
early.
Christmas, right?
It was like early in the year. I
And
think.
we had
were
one
actually,
weekend.
we had a white Christmas, right? Didn't we have snow on the ground Christmas this year? Yeah, we did.
I feel like we did.
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah.
Heck, I don't remember. Oh, but here, this was my. I filmed this the other day, and I just wanted you guys to see this because how pissed I was about the traffic here.
There is no town in America that has traffic like Wheeling, West Virginia. It is unfucking real. I go Interstate 70, fucking west, traffic. I go down the hill from the Highlands to escape it, traffic.
That's great.
That's
I
awesome.
I filmed that. I thought you guys would
I think
like
I
that.
think all of us
Where-
at a time
where-
or another have
where were
acted
you
like
right
that
there?
in our car
Where
recently.
was that?
I was
where
coming
you
down, so I was at the Highlands getting food. Well, this is funny because it was the opening day, the home opener for the Pirates, and they played at 4:10, and I left my house at 2:50 to go to the Highlands. I was like, oh, I got plenty of time to go grab it, come right back. I'll have time to eat and settle in. I didn't get home till like 4:20. I was so fucking mad because I went to the 70 West was backed up all the way to Dallas Pike, and then when I went down the hill, like the back hill to get on 40 to escape it, I was on that road for like a half an hour because everybody had the same idea.
I did the same thing. It was sometime last week. The same thing. I went up. I forget where I was, and I saw it. Westbound traffic was way backed up. So I thought, well, I'll go down the backside. I got maybe.
I heard that was worse now.
Yeah,
No,
it was
it's
worse.
so
I
bad.
thought,
People are starting.
I'll
Everybody
outs-
knows that now.
Right.
and
Yep.
it's-
Yeah, I feel like nobody used to know that was
I
even
don't
there.
even go that way.
So it took
ever.
me. It probably took me 20 minutes to a half hour to get down that.
Oh,
backside
it's horrible.
to get to 40.
Yep.
And why? And is it just basically all because they're merging? You have to go from 2 to 1 lane because there was not an accident.
That's what I don't know why the traffic was stopped. I have no idea.
We'll never know,
That's
Chris. They
wrong.
just make it up.
Yeah, they do.
Well, I think that'll do it for here in the Pine Room. We appreciate everybody joining us here. Again, listen live if you're not aware yet. We are on the radio Mondays from 2 to 3, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 12 to 3. You can catch us on WKKX, WVOY, or online at thewatchdognetwork.com, or you can watch us live on the Pine Room Podcast here on YouTube. Again, if you're just listening to this, go and watch it. You can see what we're reacting to and laugh along with us at all the stuff we watched. But we got a big announcement. coming up very soon. It's yet to be finalized, but we got a really, really exciting announcement for everybody that will be able to, hopefully a lot of people will be able to enjoy. So we,
Sorry, Joe.
No, you're okay.
Back-to-back home runs.
But yeah, we got a big announcement. Keep tuned in. We're really excited for what's coming up, and just another thing to add to our resume of things that we've done. So without further ado, enjoy the rest of your week or the rest of your day. Hopefully the weather's nice. Hopefully you're enjoying your week or wherever you are. And I guess we'll see you here next time in the Pine Room.
Peace.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Well, it's that time. The coolers are empty, the food's all gone, and the games are over. But that's all right. There's always next week. Follow us on social media to keep up to date with future shows and send any questions, comments, or topics you'd like us to discuss to contact@thepineroompodcast.com. Until then, we'll see you here next time in the Pine Room.